Evening all, it is a Friday night. It is Friday Night Live, and welcome along to the stream. The link is up in the side chat if you want to jump onto the StreamYard link. There are 10 spaces, or 9 spaces plus me, available on the stream tonight. So if you want to come in and jump on the stream, you are very, very welcome to do so. Got a few people that are going to be joining us tonight. So just a quick hi to the boys, hi to Howie, Paul, Rhythmic. Exit Bikers here. Peaky, obviously check out Peaky's channel, Scotty's Little Soldiers. Get on and follow him and get your money into him. Let's donate and try and get Peaky over the limit he is. He's already over it, but let's see if we can get another couple of thousand on that. Uncle Red's broken his bike. If you haven't seen Rhythmic's latest video, go and watch that. Rhythmic bike was just put up. Has Uncle Red broken the Indian Scout already? So we shall see how he's doing. We'll get Grant in a little bit later, along with Lightsaber and all the other bits and pieces. So we're all here for, as Paul's just said to us, we're all here for the greater good. And talking of Paul, the mad old biker, he was with us down at Super Sausage last Sunday. It was very, very cold. And Paul's got, go and check out Mad Biker's latest video because he's got some great shots of my GTR going past him, and I've got some good shots of him going past me. So without further ado, down that side next to me, it is the mad old biker. Evening, buddy.
Evening, you all right?
Yeah, good. As we share a little WhatsApp group, UK Moto Vloggers and the Ride Team, and there is a lot of banter goes in there, especially with BBB, with her being on the barge and by the water and everything. But as you probably saw tonight, the garage was absolutely rammed with bikes. I couldn't have got another bike in the garage tonight. I have got so many bikes coming in that are either stolen, recovered, and up for us to fix, which is an absolute pain in the posterior, as they say. Or we've got bikes that are coming in with running issues at the moment. Everyone's like, "Oh, my battery's died. It won't keep its charge." If you're keeping your bike outside, put a blanket over it or put it on an optimizer. If you've got it in a garage, get it on an optimizer. The one thing that people are making the mistake of doing is starting their bike straight up, getting on it and riding the thing straight away. Give it at least 5 minutes to warm the damn thing up, because if it's an electronic EFI injection, your choke is still going to be on. You're going to be fouling your plugs as soon as you bang loads of fuel through the bike. So let it warm up. Let it get sorted out, and then after about 5 minutes, once it's up to temperature, normally 2 bars on the coolant if you've got a coolant temperature sensor on the right, let it warm up, and let's see how we are doing. So yeah, poor old Uncle Red, how he's on the doom bar, chatting up all the ladies, or as he says, or buy a house with a garage. Come on, people. Yeah. Mine's been sat in the garage for every night, but obviously it sits out the front, and I've struggled starting that thing up, and that's got a brand new battery on it now. It is really struggling. Boo Rider 61's in the room. Evening, Baz. Good to see you. And Peaky is saying hello to everybody. Yeah. A couple of things that I am going to cover. I'm going to wait till I get a few more people on the stream, because I am slightly frothing today. About a certain subject that's going on. If Ali turns up, then Ali knows why I am really miffed about it. It was mentioned in the, I think in the ride chat today about it, and I'm like, I am absolutely frothing. Hi to Jay, Crazy Dad Biker is here as well. So evening, Jay, good to see you, buddy. One more time for everybody, StreamYard link is up. Anybody wants to come and jump on the StreamYard link. We've had a very, very good stream last week. And the good news is I thought I would hit it tonight. I am 2,000 away from 1 million views. We've been trying to get Western up to 1,000. I think Western might have done it by now. So let me just go and have a quick look, because we've been trying to get Western over 1,000 subscribers. Western Super Moto Vlogs. There we go. He has done it. He is at 1,010 subscribers. So well done to Western. He actually gets himself monetized. So well done to that man. He's all the way up there. So well done, Western, if he is watching. Good luck to Phil with the monetization. Down the bottom, my favourite bearded ginger man, all the way from up north. It's
Ah.
How you doing, buddy?
How you doing, Walker? You all right?
Yeah, good. Everyone was like, "Is that a tank? Is that a tank?" No, it's a bloody scout vehicle.
So we've been basically this week. We have been doing much, especially at work. Just sending a lot of cold weather kit over to Ukraine and stuff like that, just to help the lads that are on the borders.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean. So, but yeah, good cough, good cough. but yeah, we're starting to wrap up really. I'll finish on the 14th. That's me done till the 4th of January then. So.
Oh, excellent. A bit of time off then.
Yeah. Well, for the civil service people down there, because obviously the camp's closed, the camps gets locked. So we can't physically get into work. So when they want to lock the doors, that we ain't got a choice, like. So
exactly, yeah. JDM's in the room, Mr. John Diehard McLean. Yeah, it's bloody awful out there. We was doing one because Phil said to me, he said, "Oh, it's bloody -4 today." I said, "You should be at the top of the hill," because obviously where we are in Little Brick Hill, we are about 400 foot above Milton Keynes. So we're the highest point in Milton Keynes and Buckinghamshire. Our church tower is actually the highest point in the local area for about 30 miles. We were -10 on Tuesday, and it was unbearable up here. Went to defrost the car. I thought I'd take some hot water out, threw it over it. I thought, oh, don't crack the windows. By the time I got back in to refill it and got back out to the car, it had frozen again. I gave up, got the tin of de-icer out that cost me $2.99. But yeah, it was slightly bad. Let me just go through this. Yeah, behave yourself. As I say, StreamYard link is up, boys. If anybody wants to come in, and how's your Scottish Little Soldiers Challenge? I haven't checked it this week. Are you up to a good amount? Excellent. He's got a t-shirt.
Just over to 1100 now. So to be honest, what I was going to do is obviously the run up to Christmas now, everybody's going to be skint. So basically, I was going to leave it till January, end of January. I'm going to hit it hard then. I'm going to up the amount and go for it, because to be honest, I've got quite a few people who are interested in actually sponsoring myself to do the ride. So helping out with obviously some of the funding for the fuel, the accommodation. What I'm trying to do is book a night or stop somewhere every second to third night, just so I can, one, get a decent night's sleep, and two, if it's wet, just a bit of administration, dry my kit and shit like that. Like have a decent sleep. And
well, when you get down sort of as far as Yarmouth or the East Coast round that way, we'll get the boys to come out and join you, because I'm sure Rhythmic will come and jump out with me.
Yeah.
Come and have a ride with you for a good day or so. As I say, there's a bed here if you ever need one, mate. So we're about 100 miles inland from where you are, so that's the only bad bit about it.
That's a good ride for you, though. At the end of the day, if you come and meet me somewhere, have a couple of hours with me and ride back.
Yeah, that's going to be a good 400 or 500 mile ride for me. That'll be a nice one. I have decided now that I'm going to stick with the GTR. After having it clean, I'm going to stick. Nice and clean. She is absolutely. It looks like a new bike. Fell in love all over again now. It is shiny.
It's good to have that Valentino glossy.
Yeah, we brought it in the garage because obviously it had stood outside for about 3 hours drying off, and I brought it in, kicked it over onto the side stand, and all this green water all gushed everywhere. Phil went, "Oh God, he's busted your radiator." I went, "No, that's the remnants of the snow foam. It's all in the bottom of the fairing panels." And he said to me, "It looks like they've washed the soul out of your bike." I said, I think Ali said that, or Boating Biker Bird said that they've washed the soul. He said, "Yeah, they've washed the soul out of it and left the bloody devil, wouldn't they?" Too right. Ali is in the room now. So while Ali is here, obviously I messaged Ali earlier. I was absolutely fuming. Not with Ali, but with a certain subject. I'm going to share this up now. So I am going to go into share the screen, and everybody will know as soon as I put this up why why I'm absolutely frothing about it. Obviously, everyone knows about the fight that's been going on, Justice for Harry. So the American Anne Sekulas has today been, this was obviously yesterday, been sentenced to a custodial sentence of 8 months, suspended for 12, and disqualified from driving for a year for causing death by careless driving after she collided with 19-year-old Harry Dunn back in August 2019. It's taken 3 bloody years. She previously admitted killing Harry when he rode his motorcycle near RAF Croughton, Northamptonshire. 3 weeks after the collision, she basically punked off to the States and claimed diplomatic immunity. She pleaded guilty, said, what was it? The Honourable Mrs. Chima Grubb. To attend today's hearing, it was to show a degree of remorse, although the court had no powers to impose such an order. The 2-hour sentencing hearing saw an emotional Charlotte Charles, Harry's mother, read a witness statement. She's had to endure 3 years, not enjoyed them. In summing up, your conduct with your behaviour was not far short of deliberately dangerous driving that resulted in a death. Now, if I'm all I'm going to say is what I said to Ali earlier. Oh, hang on, let me stop my video there. If it had been an English guy that had killed an American in America and bunked back to the US, you know darn well they would have dragged him back to the US and he would be doing at least 10 years for it.
Yeah.
You know, put it on the other foot. And unfortunately, you know, we've got no extradition order with the States. Should be, as I said, should be a lifetime ban at least. Crumley's just said it all. Should be a life ban and 8 years in prison, you know, but she's got away with it. Taking a young lad's life, you know, he's devastated the whole family. Everybody's been battling for justice for Harry, and that's all they bloody got. Yeah, suspended sentence. Very rare that the offenders ever see any jail time, but absolutely bloody disgusting. You know, doing 2.5 years for the accident, and you know, further free for skedaddling out the way. It is absolute crap, and I'm still frothing about it. And obviously, Ali feels exactly the same as well.
Like I say, mate,
on that subject because it will get me off, and I will be effing and jeffing everywhere.
to be honest, mate, it's like when not similar, but it's like when you know when you're abroad working. If the military guys know, when you're working with other countries, then you have like a blue on blue. So they think
blue on blues, yeah.
They think you're somebody you are, and then you have either a shot or a firefight or something like that. And basically, it's against your own troops. It's to get you a friendly force. But yeah, you know, and the Americans just fucking push it to one side. They ain't interested. Yeah. Where the English, we have to fucking
guys, you know, I was chatting. He said, we did Iraq, and the amount of times that we had blue on blue with the American jets, where they were airstriking and just didn't give a damn. And I said, Jesus Christ, what's the safest thing to do? He said, walk around with an Iraqi flag on your back. He said, they'll never hit it. They'll always aim for the British flag.
Yeah, it just like you say, mate. You know, I know of one of my mates got killed on a blue on blue. And
Rivnik's just said it all there. Yeah,
you can't. You it's just fucking poor. You know what I mean? We know when if you're working all together, you're all on one radio system, so you know where each other are, and it's just for the commander to sit down, have a second, like we all do, have a second, have a look at the map where people are. So that if you do get a contact, or you do get shot at, or whatever it is, you can have a quick reference point. Right now, that could be a blue and blue, or that could be that friendly force. So then you get on the radio and say, "Is this we at grid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Are you at grid 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Yeah, right. You're fucking shooting at us." You know what I mean?
But yeah, because years because don't they still use the strobe system?
Yeah.
Yeah, because normally it's if you have strobes, don't you, or your infrared strobes going off, so they know what not to landmark anything that's strobed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have that back in '82. You just wave like buggery.
I was on the live with Military Biker the other night. I'd had a few drinks.
I did catch up with that. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Peaky's on there a little bit longer than normal.
I'm trying not to swear here. He kept cutting me off, man.
I've got a disclaimer up now, so you know if you want to fuck or shit or bollocks or whatever, it's up to you. I've said it first now. So.
he kept cutting me off, man. I'm wrecked now.
Stevie's normally the worst. You get Stevie in a room, within the first 5 seconds, he's dropped 5 or 6 F-bombs. But, you know, someone said to me, he said, we said it in the ride group, you know, I said, the amount of times that I've had a red strike for the Friday Night Lives, and all it means is just the Friday Night Live doesn't get monetized. Do I give a rat's ass? Absolutely not. And Simon went, well, you shouldn't have invited me in the fucking room then, should you?
I was kind of wondering if YouTube might remove a subscriber per swear word. If that's the case, I'm fucked.
No, I normally have to keep an eye on the side chat because YouTube blocks my swear. German jobbies. Good evening, everyone. I'm driving tonight, so I won't be listening. I won't be able to see your ugly faces. It actually blocks him for saying ugly. You know, who's nuts enough to be riding today, says CDB, and it's blocked that one. So we'll unban that one. Right, let me go back to the stream. Everything's all good on YouTube. Quick one. John Dayard's just said, if Simon GTR had hit you that time, do you think he would have come back and stole your evidential camera? He'd have turned around, stuck me head into the ground to finish the job, probably. Yeah.
Oh, mate. I was talking to Zed earlier. I've had more Christmas presents early. I have. So I've ordered myself. I use the Coist heated stuff, like.
Yeah.
I've got the zip up jacket now. I've got the gloves. So I've got the insoles. But the only thing is with the insoles is you've got that little wire that runs up the back. And sometimes if the wire ain't tight enough, it drops down the back of your ankle and rubs the back of your ankle. But yeah, so I said to the missus, like, she was like, what do you want for Christmas? You know, you're like, I don't know. And then I was looking, so I bought myself some heated trousers and some heated socks. Guys.
Excellent.
So now I'm fully warm on the bike now. Fully warm.
Well, I've got the missus a present. We tend to buy each other special little presents and then just loads of little crap stuff, but normally one or two big presents. And she was out with her friends yesterday, and I am a huge Guardians of the Galaxy fan. I've got Groot everywhere up here. So we've got, where are we? I've got the Groot mug. I've got the little Groot that's stuck to the top of the worktop. But she actually went out yesterday and she's got me a little one. So, but I collect Groots. It's just one of my sad side factors with me. I like Guardians of the Galaxy and Groot. So Guardians 3 is out shortly. So yeah.
Have you not seen the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Edition?
Oh, I've seen that one already as well. Yeah, I had that the first day it came out. Yeah, Christmas. Sorry, I had to zip off there. Coming back to Harry Jones, coming a long way from the Exeter crowd, and a long. Yeah, it was absolutely. Yeah, and the thing was, she was on the wrong side of the bloody road. It's England. We drive on the left here.
She hit him head on, does she?
Yeah, she hit him on the opposite side of the road. She hit him on his side of the road. She was driving on the right. Yeah. Grant, not as good as Star Wars. No, everybody loves a bit of Star Wars, so you can't beat it. Link is up in the side chat if anybody wants to come and jump in. Oh, did Red sort his rattle out? Yeah, if you haven't seen the Indian Scout, he's got a rattle on his exhausts. It's falling apart already. Well, it's an Indian, isn't it? So I did. We were larking around at Super Sausage because Paul spotted it. He went, "Oh, look, there's a buzzard." It was red kite flying around. I went, "Oh, look, buzzards are hunting the Indian." That video's gone. It went absolutely bloody nuts in my YouTube Shorts and on me what do they call it, TikTok as well. Everyone said to me, you don't do much on TikTok. No, I do TikTok normally for Super Sausage stuff or just comedy events or just stuff that goes on in the garage, like the Halfords battery at the moment. We had a customer come in, MOT. We done the MOT on it. Of course, you lift the bonnet. His battery wasn't in correctly. All it needed was to undo the bolt. It's got plastic retaining nut underneath, and it had obviously broken the retainer. But literally 10mm socket on the top, 10mm spanner underneath, bit of plus gas, loosen it off for 10 minutes. Out came the bolt, reseat the battery. But I put, oh, naughty Halford. He'd obviously not gone to a Halford service centre. He'd gone to the shop. Oh, we can fit your battery for £15. And the guy had literally couldn't undo it, lifted it enough to slide the battery under. Oh, that'll do. And whack the terminals on. But that's had 380,000 views. So there's a lot of hate. But yeah, I've had some really crap comments. Oh, you're a bit of a fucking sano if you can't fit the battery yourself. Customers can't. I love replying to comments like that. Thanks for the click. Thanks for the view. And as I said, the boys have been chatting about it in the WhatsApp group, saying, you know, how do you get over people that are thumb downing or leaving your comments like, oh, you're an ugly bastard, you don't talk right, you sound like a retard, you know, when you're doing your reviews. Fine. Thanks for the comment, because everything is interaction. If they're interacting with you, let them get on with it, you know. As I say, there's, 6 billion people on this planet. Why do you let one person upset your day? Let them get on with it. And
you're right there, but I'm just going to jump in. But it's that one comment that fucking annoys you, right? You know what I mean? It's that one comment that you'll fixate on almost. Well, I do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I'm just like, why have you had to say? I wouldn't say that. If I watch one of your videos and I like it, I won't message you and get a day like that. Do you know what I mean? I'd still watch it, but I'll just get saying, in my own head, I'd go, oh, that war is not good as his other one. But I wouldn't take the time and the effort to message on there and go, yeah, that was shit or whatever. You know what I mean?
If you've got nothing nice to say, don't
say it.
Yeah. I just said you got 10mm. So I bought 6 this week. I've got 2 left. They keep bloody disappearing. Every time I want my 10mm socket, I can't find the bloody
10mm socket.
Yeah, 10mm is the most used socket in the garage, because most nuts and bolts, apart from your calipers are normally 12s, 13s. But 10mm are most of the bolts. But my favourite bit of kit, I've got Allen Key Torx headset and what's the other ones? But in a massive, great big box from Snap-on. They were about £190 for the set. And I've got one of those missing already, but I found it today. Someone had used it and kicked it under a bike ramp. Little one. Let's just go through this. As MT says, just ignore the basement dwelling trolls. Rhythmic, my TikToker, the LT almost hitting me on the Arlies, over 600,000 views. Yeah, exactly. I had one. What was it? The first ride of the Diablo. If you watch the video all the way through, right at the end, as I'm coming back, fender bender right in front of me, and they've literally stopped on the roundabout to take photos of the accident in their car. Move your bloody car out the way. Get one photo and get your bloody car out the way.
Can you get me a beer as well? Get Mad Dog Bike a beer. Come back.
Poor old Crazy Dad's got COVID, so get well soon, Jay.
Lazy bastard.
Bermuda Triangle must be full of 10mm sockets. It probably is, yeah. So poor old Crazy. Oh, we'll get him back up soon. But he needs a bacon roll and a cup of coffee. That will get rid of the old COVIDs.
Hang on, Rhythmic said something I was going to respond to. Yeah, there you go. Proves my point. When you've got any kind of like disaster videos or near misses, crashes, or anything like that, it's funny how they always seem to get more views. Yeah. Just out of interest, how many views did that video of yours get when that bloke?
Smack me up the arse! Oh Christ, that's.
I bet that went into the fucking.
Oh God, that's into that got shared on every single motorcycle channel out. Moto Madness, Bikers. It got shared everywhere. JDM's just popping out. We'll see you in a while, John. Yeah, thanks for popping in, mate. But he'll probably be back. You can't beat a bit of JDM on a Friday night. That one went absolutely mad. I don't know, actually. Let me just have a... I'm just going to...
see the one where when we was in Wales and me and Double D swapped bikes and he crashed my bike.
Oh, God.
But I had that many comments on there of bikers having a pop at me for laughing. But what we don't hear, I don't know whether you can hear it on the audio, but I asked him if he's all right first. So all I see, because obviously you don't catch it on the GoPro, but all I see is the smoke off the back wheel, Lottie's. So I'm like, whoa, 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 and then I see him fall, and then I'm like, you all right? And he went, yeah, I'm 7. And then when we pulled up, and then the bike was underneath him on his leg, and he's going, some fucking friend you, I'm laughing, you know what I mean? But that was just the banter. That's all it was, because I know he's all right. Do you know what I mean? He played to the bad then. But, I had that many bikers going, can't believe you left him there and all this, that, like. And I was just like, he's all right, man, you know what I mean? Calm yourself down. If he was injured, he wouldn't be doing it, but...
Yeah. I'm still looking for this bloody video. I've got so many videos on my bloody channel. It's ridiculous.
It just proves the point. I think people love to see disasters and crashes. I think you go back to what used to be on telly. You'd have like programs like Beatles About and
oh god,
yeah,
and Candid Camera. It'd always be like the popular ones were ones where someone ended up getting splattered or
yeah. So less fortunate, not hurt, but less fortunate. That's kind of laugh at rather than laugh with, laugh at.
Yeah, we're a sick society, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Let me just have a look.
Can I just say, Viv, as well? Obviously,
here we go. I'll be taken out by a car from behind. It has had. Let's have a look. 3,500 views.
I would have expected more than that.
Yeah, absolutely crap at the moment. 3,500. Mind you, Matt got quite a few with him falling off his bike outside the dealership.
Matt.
Empty belly.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Nice mailbag. Actually, I've got a Shiraz tonight, so we're on the Shiraz tonight.
So I've already had a couple of these already this afternoon watching the football. Bit of rum, and then I've got 4 Hobgoblin.
There's go and check out this. There's one of Rhythmic, and it keeps bloody popping up, and I can't get rid. It keeps popping up on, like you get your YouTube reminders, and it's one of Rhythmic going round a roundabout. The woman comes in with a car, and he's like, "What the fucking hell are you doing, you stupid cow?"
That's the one that keeps coming up on mine. Cuts him up on an island ocean.
Bloody
How
hell.
is
Brilliant.
I thought I'd better have a good old belch before he brings me in, so that I don't embarrass myself.
We're just going to do a nice fart for us, maybe. And
I should have cracked one out at the back end there. Anyway, God, this is why I'm a bit sort of gassed.
A little bit of Dunbar.
How are we doing, buddies?
Cornish.
Good down bottom?
So what?
I said, how are we doing for the guys on the bottom row?
Bloody cold down here. Can we come up a bit? Me and Rhythmic's left down at the bottom.
I know, typical, isn't it?
It's nice because he's. Oh my god, he looks quite young actually. So it makes me look. Wise.
Rhythmic looks like he's come out of prison with his prison outfit on, with his bib on.
No, he's been picking litter.
Congratulations on the job, Grant. By the way.
Thank you, fella. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, you got a new job.
Yeah,
Going
up in the world. Going up in the world.
Where are you working?
What you had then, Walker?
I do council work anyway, so I'm just basically moving to another council, but now going up the chain of highways. So
do you introduce yourself when you're in company in social events as a counsellor?
Fuck off.
Oh,
one way.
Right. Let me just We've got a new guy in the room. He's just joined us. So welcome along to Crafty Poncho. Hi all, first time on the live stream. X-Forces, brilliant. Let us know what forces you are. Started on the back of a motorbike and started vlogging this summer with a few videos uploading. It's not easy. It's never easy when you do your first couple of videos. Mine, I look back at my first 2 videos and it's and this is like the controls. This is and it's like nice. And look at these nice. And it's got nice mirrors and a lovely nice. It's like, oh, it's gut cringingly awful. But once you get into the flow of banging out a video and doing it, Grant does it so well. If you see some of Grant's Wolf Tale stuff. Yeah, we need
Crafty, put us up a link so we can all come over and subscribe.
Yeah. So I'm going to put up. So this is Crafty Poncho, guys. He's up there. You will find most of the boys that do come in the stream are either ex-forces, so that's RAF, Navy, Army, whatever, and or ambulance, fire, police. So next to me, Mr. Mad Old Biker Paul, he's Mr. Police Plod. Peaky is obviously ex-forces over there. Howie down the bottom is ambulance service, wasn't it, Howie?
Ambulance and Royal Navy Medical Branch.
There we go. And him down here, he just repairs roads and potholes.
I'm too young. Did you
ever do any time down Sultan Barracks then?
Sultan Barracks?
Down south?
No, I was down at Stonehouse at Plymouth. Hasler, Stonehouse, did a bit of Sultan.
Yeah. I was just saying because that's where I went when I got frostbite. I was near enough living down at Gospel and Sultan Barracks.
You got frostbite as well?
Yeah.
I got frostbite on bloody Bodmin.
Oh, Bodmin, yeah.
Yeah, we was in Pristina when the Balkans war was on. So I was doing a covert top.
It makes me marvel because they trained all the armed forces in this country to go Norway, cold bloody places, and bloody Monmouthshire and all these really shitty cold places, and then they send them over to Iran to fight wars.
Where you
just to me that everything over here is done in the wet and cold and nasty weather, and then they
you go to places like that, mate, and you walk in the streets, mate, and your boots are melting, and you know what I mean. It's like fucking 600 degrees, and you're just like, what? You know what I mean? You're patrolling around in a fucking berry. And you're like, I'm in a blackberry, and I'm fucking roasting. What's going on?
There we go. He's just Crafty's just jumped from 5 to 11 subs. Come on, let's get him to 100 by the end of the night. If you're watching this on the rerun, go and click Crafty Poncho. Links up for him. Go and give him a follow. You know, he's got a few videos out there, and he's got Benelli. Nothing wrong with the Benelli. Good bikes. Bloody good bikes.
Italian.
To the country you're from.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust it. Oh,
I love I'll tell you what, the one that I did love, and I went to the bike show, 4 years ago, was the Benelli TNT, the Grom lookalike, the Benelli TNT. There was a great little bit of kit, and then obviously Lex Moto brought out the Riot, which was the copy of it. It lasted a year until Euro 5 kicked in, and then the engine, you couldn't get the thing past the bloody emissions, so they knocked it on the head. But yeah, there's 15 people watching at the moment, so let's at least get him up to, getting him to 100, because people are going to watch this on the rerun. I get a lot of people watching it all on the rerun, so the more likes, the better.
There used to be a Benelli dealership, didn't there, Rev, in Hotcliffe, if I remember correctly.
It was
SM.
Everyone used to call it S&M. Oh, do you know where we can find S&M in Dunstable? And I'm like, you go to the wrong type of shop for that, mate.
Going to the wrong type of shop, yeah.
You go to the A1.
There you go, Crafty. You're up to 14 now.
Excellent.
Sub the fella. Right.
Yeah. We've actually taken on a new dealership this week, so we can't get stock from Lex Moto. And obviously, following on from when we went to the bike show, we met up with the managing directors of WK Bikes. So we are going to be getting WK in. They do some really nice scooters. They do some really nice bikes, but WK now own the rights to motorcycles, which means we can start getting the Renegades back in.
Are they going to keep with the Are they going to keep the brand going, or are they not just going to discontinue it and take all the assets?
What it was, Lexmoto were the dealership for so they were the importers for motorcycles 3 to 4 years ago.
Okay.
Decided that they were going to add another grand on their bikes because it was just the margin in it. You were earning £100 for every new bike you sold. By the time you get a warranty claim in, that was your margin totally out the window, and you're in negative money. So Lexmoto turned around basically to and said, your bikes are too much money. It's not something that we want to take on board with. We've got no profit margin in selling the bike at that price. So Lexmoto dropped the brand and discontinued it. But then obviously off the back of that, WK thought, well, hang on, people are screaming out for the Renegades, the Classics, the Scramblers. What can we get them in? And WK took them on and said, look, we need the bikes at this price. All right. So, yeah, they are going to be a bit more money, but they've done what Lexmoto have done. They've upped the game. They've got better bikes out. The quality's a lot better. If you look at stuff like the LSN now, that one that I did, and it's an exact copy of the MT125, and it is an MT killer. It's a gorgeous bike, but for £4,000 now, it's still £1.5 grand cheaper than going out and buying a Yamaha MT, and you're getting exactly the same bike. And the Lexmoto version's got the Aprilia engine in it as well, so it's based on the Aprilia engine.
That WK Scrambler, the 125, that doesn't have to look like a mongrel. It's
mongrel, exactly. So everyone's knocking bikes out. They're all coming out the same factories in China, but they're just different branding on them.
That's £2,300.
Yeah, and what are you going to get these days for £2,300?
A Triumph Trophy, 1,200.
Or the front wheel of a BMW, exactly.
Or the exhaust system of a Indian Scout.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
I've just talking about that. I've just put my bike in for its 14k surface for after Christmas.
Oh, that's the house remortgage.
Oh mate, you get a lot of Christmas money.
The kids are getting cold this year.
Reach it. Quite decided what I'm getting. Spill the beans. Matt is getting a Yamaha. Bloody nice bike. The Tricity is a great bike.
I want to ride one of them because I want to see how it feels with the two wheels at the front.
It's great. We used to do a lot of the Piaggio MP3s. There's a video of me riding the MP3 taking it's a class 3 MOT. It's not a class 2 motorcycle. It's class 3. We don't do class 3 at our place. We take it to another dealer.
What's the difference?
The wheelbase between, as an MOT tester, the wheelbase has to be 180 millimeters or less between the wheels to make it a class 2. So if the wheels are close together and they're 180 millimeters, it's class 2. Anything over 180 millimeters, basically trike, makes it a class 3. Something like Can-Am or...
I'm lost here. So how do you MOT cars or don't?
We do cars are class 4. So motorcycles 50 up to 200cc is class 1.
Yeah.
Anything over 200cc is class 2. Class 3 is your trikes. So 2 at the back or 2 at the front. Yeah. Something like the Yamaha Nikon is a class 3.
Oh, it's classed as a trike. Oh, right.
Yeah.
I know it's got 3 wheels. Would they know because of how close I am at the front? I don't know whether it's actually classed
if it's a trike with the wheels that are 180 millimeters, centre tyre to centre tyre, it's classed as a class 2 bike, even though it's got 3 wheels on it. So it's based on the wheelbase of the vehicle. So anything like a Can-Am or a big fat chunky Honda Goldwing with 2 wheels at the back is a trike class 3.
See. I never knew that. I just thought it was an MOT and MOTs.
Yeah, as he said, Matt's just said, it's classed as a trike. I think the Tricity is actually a Class 2 because of the wheelbase on it, because the wheels are quite tight together.
Yeah.
But it
But
has
that's what I was thinking, because it comes off one.
it comes
strut.
off one, yeah.
Yeah,
But that's the Nikon, because the Yamaha Nikon has got the two
Mm-hmm.
wheels at the front, but that's actually Class 3 due to the wheelbase on it, because it's over 180 millimeters centre tyre to centre tyre.
Not only that, I'll tell you this, Peaky. I got to ride one about 2.5 years ago. It's the strangest sensation ever, that Nikon. It just corners so weird, like a car almost. Do you know what I mean? There's no lean to it. It just sort of bends itself like a car
Like
does.
proper planted in the corner, like.
It's planted to the point where it's almost, as a biker, you're too planted. You know what I mean? You literally feel like you've got suspension that you really shouldn't have, because you should be more balanced. But it's very strange.
So is it like a cantilever at the front? Can you tip the bike?
Yeah, literally. So rather than lean off the bike, like because it all depends on what style of bike. But obviously with mine, I sort of come off the seat a little bit. So when I was riding the Nikon, I was coming off the seat. But then it was weird because the bike doesn't lean. The actual, nothing leans. It's just the suspension sort of raises like a seesaw, and that's how it goes into the corners. So you have collapsible suspension on the
It's more like a cantilever rather than suspension.
It's so weird. It took me about an hour to get used to, and then at that point I was giving it that go. Now I'm good.
I won't mind having a go at one of them just to have a ride, because I've never.
Very interesting. It's very interesting.
So let me just find it. Quadricycles, quite four. It will go into it. So a freewheel, basically Class 3. It must not exceed 450 kilograms. So that's your Class 3 trike. But if you're looking at motor tricycle, freewheel moped must be maximum speed of 30 mile an hour or 50 cc, or a freewheel vehicle. But then, your wheelbase has to be 180 millimeters center wheel to center wheel. But it's all based on the weight and based on the wheel width at the front. Nikon is classed as a bike, but it is Class 3. Tricity is classed as a trike. That'll be on the wheelbase then. Nikon, you need a full bike license. It's very, very weird because it's based on weight and the wheels, width of the wheels as well. It's the same as so if someone brings a quad in, it has to be up to a certain weight, otherwise it goes into another different weight group and it becomes a different type of vehicle altogether. The MOT testing rules are really, really stupid at the moment.
Do you remember that sidecar you used to be able to get that used to go with the...
It used to lean with the bike, Yeah,
and they did that to get around the licensing law. So you could ride, if you had a provisional license, you could take anything up to it. You could put it on any size of bike up there because it was classed as a provisional, and you could stick an L plate on it and still ride the damn thing around rather than be restricted to a 250.
Exactly.
I think they've got rid of that idea now that you can't do that for some reason. So you can't put a sidecar on. And
what license?
We've got at work. The one's a 550 cc engine, and the other one that I went on, because I don't know if you've been in our chat group, I put we had them coming basically, so there was only me who could ride them, so I had to play them all day. But the other one is a 656 or 659 cc, and that one, that I was just a passenger on that, going over the hills, man. I was just blasting over that. It was just wicked.
So years ago, when people used to ride, you used to get your bike license, and then rather than go get your car license, you brought a Reliant Robin because you were permitted to ride the thing on a bike license, wasn't it?
I was going to say, what license was limited to 250? I've never
that was when you're 17 years old. If you had your L plates up to 16, you could ride a 50cc bike. When you turned 17, on L plates on a provisional license back in the 70s, you could ride up to a 250. But they changed the law to a 125. So lots of 250 bikes became basically as cheap as chips overnight. So people were buying X7s, RD250s, GS 250s these things were the value of them plummeted in from somewhere like being worth around about 800 quid to being worth about 100 quid. And that's
awesome.
Nobody wanted them. Nobody.
They're not worth it.
We used to buy the RD 250s because where we was, there was a park basically, and around the outside of the park there was like a walking track for people with the dogs. And what we used to do is we used to wait until obviously night time, because we used to pull closure. We used to pinch them, so we used to go there at the night, and then every night because they used to lock the doors, lock the gates, we used to break the locks, go in, and use that as a circuit and ride the bikes round as a bit of a race.
We had a guy in our town, and he was on his 16th, his 17th birthday. The following day, he was picking up his 250, and he had this, I think, an FS1E. I can remember him taking it down this track and setting light to it, because the following day he knew he was going to be getting a 250. He actually wrecked the whole bloody bike. But the license laws back then were really strange, because you could do like having, and they brought this little attachment. It was basically a sidecar that tilted with the bike. And they brought this thing out so even if you had like just a license to have a 250, you could stick an L plate on a GS1000, stick this little sidecar thing on, and be legal. And they found that was like just like a loophole. They got a way around it. I think they banned the thing because people were going off buying a huge bike and killing themselves.
I don't blame them.
Yeah. There we go. It's taken me a while to find it. So class 3 MOTs for you. Your MOT inspection. I've had to log into the bloody garage to find this. So there we go. To determine other than inspection of tyres, any two-wheel vehicle or vehicle shall be regarded as one wheel if the distance between the centres, so it's basically centre tyre to centre tyre, is less, it wasn't 180, it's less than 460. So if it's 460, you count the two wheels as one. If it's over 460 millimetres, it then becomes a motor tricycle, and it's a test class 3. So your standard motorcycle up to 200 cc's is class 1. Class 2 is 200 cc's unlimited, up to unlimited. And then 460, so you measure centre tyre to centre tyre. If it's less than that, it becomes a single wheel. Anything over 460 becomes a tricycle, which is class 3. So that's how you get around it. And I've been there and done it. I've logged on thinking, the wheelbase is good enough. And then you log on to the bike, you go into your MOT test, and it tells you the category of the bike. Once you've done that, it's a slap on the wrist. I've been slapped on the wrist for testing out of class. And it's like, oops, log out the test, issue a CT30 refusal to test because it is a class 3 MOT. And that's how you get around it. But if you test out of class, or you test in the wrong class, that is an offence. You will get points for testing out of class. If I'm only class 1 and class 2, if you test class 3 as a class 2 and they find out, you'll get done for it. And you've also riding around on a trike with no MOT because you've tested the bike out of class. So you have to be very, very careful with all these new rules that come in. Same as exhaust pipes now. It used to be that you had to put your baffle in to go to an MOT test. They've actually taken baffles out of the system now. The new rule states that your bike must be no louder than the same bike fitted with a standard exhaust. So if you've got race pipes on, tester's discretion, you can advise loud pipe. If it is ear-bleedingly loud, it is a fail.
As we saw in the summer, mate, you met the guy who did my MOT. My Sprint passed with no advisories. It had the tiny plate on. It had a race pipe on. I'm telling you, mate, MOT rules mean nothing.
How much did you have to bang him for that then, Rhythmic?
Yeah, we don't worry. I always say, people was like, he must have done the MOT with the 220s in his glasses.
we all know that people where you can pay 50 quid and get an MOT. We all know that.
Yeah.
I've never, do you know what? I've never had a dishonest MOT on a bike. I've had a few on a car where you have to stop a little bit, because the car.
I've had a few on the bike.
We actually had a Polish guy that came in the garage this week, and he spoke to Phil. He said, I'm looking to get my car MOT'd, but it is a little bit loud." And he went, "All right, why is that?" He said, "Well, I've got straight through pipe on it. It's a diesel." All right. Well, Phil went, "As long as it's not too loud, it doesn't matter if it's got a silencer, as long as it's got a DPF on it." Looked under the car. This has got a straight pipe all the way from the headers all the way under the car to the back. No DPF filter, no EGR, nothing in it. It's all welded up, cut and shut on it. And Phil went, "Nah, it's illegal, mate." He said, "You've got." He went round the corner and dumped the guy some cash and got an MOT on it.
Wow. I remember, this is how bad it was. I remember back in the day, years ago, I actually nicked a scaffolding pole and lads weld a scaffolding pole to the back of a car I had because I don't have an exhaust.
Alice just said, "Take the baffles out." Yes, you can.
I've never heard a more West Midlands story than that one. I stole a bit of scaffolding to get my car.
Honestly,
I used to have you remember the old V4 Transits with the pointy front end? I had one of those when I first started out. And we were in the garages and we heard this Volvo coming around. It was dragging its exhaust, and we're thinking, what the hell? As he went round the corner, he hit a sleeping policeman, and his whole silencer come off at the back. And he went down, he went round the corner and pulled into the car park. Well, by the time he'd parked up, we had his silencer away, put it in the garage and shut the door. And he come round, he's looking for it, he couldn't see it. 2 days later, it was under my Transit. I'd welded it under my Transit for a new silencer.
I wasn't asleep, I was resting my eyes.
Yeah, whatever. Were you catching flies as well at the same time?
Yes. Dribbling.
Getting a sidecar rig MOT can be a pain these days. We actually do sidecars, but you try fitting it in our MOT bay, it is a pain in the backside. Absolute pain trying to fit that thing in. There's just enough room to get a sidecar in.
I just want to address this new name, Pesky Biker. You need to stop that.
Yeah, baffles do not count now on an MOT. It's the loudness of the bike, and it is tester's discretion.
If you do a race day or a test day in the UK, a lot of the time it's like 101, 103 decibels.
Yeah.
If you're going just anywhere like Spain or anything like that, they'll test you, but they ain't really that bothered. Do you know what I mean? If you 1-2 decibels over, they'll let you back on the track. It's like that, you know what I mean? Where in the UK it's quite rigid. If you go to like Mallory Park, for example, because they've got an housing estate literally 300 metres away, it's 98 there. When I raced my Triumph 675, I couldn't get it to 98 decibel. I just couldn't do it. I packed it out and everything, and then obviously packing your exhaust out, you have to do a remap on your ECU to change all the filter and the flow, the fuel and everything. It's just in the end I just stopped going to Mallory because it just wasn't worth it. To get your bike to 98 decibel, it's ridiculous, honestly.
My MOT tester's deaf, so I've got no problems at all.
Say what?
He's deaf.
He's what?
He's what?
Hey?
Huh? So you MOT me bike? What?
I'll pick my MOT up when I go in and ask. Bring it in Tuesday. Okay, mate, cheers.
I want to know what decibels your computer's doing, Rev, at the moment.
Yeah.
You can hear that from here.
I reckon it's about
You shouldn't be able to. I had it bloody service last week. Poxy thing.
Can everyone else still hear that whine?
Yeah. Poxy thing.
Rev downloading all that porn.
Yeah, exactly. I'm on OnlyFans, mate. Yeah.
Great sustain. Your computer's got a fantastic sustain on it. That's better.
As I said, deals available on tarmac and stickers. Speak to BBB in the side chat.
Can I just say the stickers she sent me are wicked, honestly. give me them peaky biker stickers. I put on my helmet and my bike and a few other places like them. They've come out really well, to be fair.
She's done me. She's doing me a load of key rings at the moment because everyone
That's what
keeps
I'm having some key rings.
Red Bond key rings. And I'm like, yeah.
I just asked her to do mine before yours.
Let me get the bloody mic a bit nearer. There we go. Put it down there.
I think what the new business model is little plushies of all the bikers. Could you imagine that?
I can't imagine how child friendly they'd
be. I'm already envisioning the plushie Rhythmic. He's going to have lovely long hair you can wave around, a bit like one of them old trolls.
Like yeah. Like the troll hair. Chase them around.
The hair around.
A small Rhythmic biker would be about the same size as I am now.
You're gonna have Peaky with his long beard. You're gonna have Harry. It's gonna look like fucking Gandalf.
Gandalf?
Dumbledore.
You mean Dumbledore?
Dumbledore.
Yeah, that'd be better.
Andy Pierce would be like Phil Collins.
Yeah.
Howard Hill.
I think BBB should think about that, making little plushies, and then it could be like, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I love how we're all laughing about it, but we know we'd buy one.
Yeah. I just look like
I would.
Stick it on the
I
front
just
of the
look like the beardy pervert in the corner.
Which one? Which bearded? Me or Pikey?
Red Bubble, some little gay chaps.
What, he's going to wear some gay chaps in lime green?
That'll be his little plush toy, won't it? It'll just have the little buttons on the bum.
I got to ask a question, Rev. What's with all these little things? Like I've seen on some of your bikes up in Milton Keynes. These little things with the propellers on the top. Was that some sort of like gang sort of trophy thing? I've seen that at GSX Tractor's got them, and
Howie,
everybody else has got them.
Duck gangbang
Propeller things.
Oh, the ducks.
The little fans.
Yeah, that's them. Is that sort of some gang
Howie,
sort of like,
Howie, do not include me in that Milton Keynes brand there. I don't know.
I know.
The lucky duck.
It's far too stylish for that crap.
What is it? Is it some sort of pinky square you had?
I think it's because the GTR would look better in water than it does on the road.
Yeah.
So.
That's the point. Yeah.
It's to stop them having a six-fingered wank.
Yeah, we've all got ducks.
Not for me. Nah.
Nothing wrong with that. Simon, believe it or not, mine fell off and went under the back wheel. That's the other one. That fell off after about 2 miles.
That's what he told his missus.
Yeah. And Andy's got 2 and they're still there. And Simon's got his, I think he's got Gorilla Glue on his holding it in place.
I'll tell you what, when I rode Simon's bike, that duck was really confusing because as you're accelerating, it starts to propel. And I'm just like, fuck this. Do you know what I mean? I can't be arsed.
Does it lift the front of the bike up?
Yeah.
My theory is Rhythmic actually loosened that little duck so it'd come flying off after.
Yeah. Simon lost his duck.
It's like Saddlebags' little man. What's that, Mr.
El Picante or El Picante. I can never pronounce it.
I'm still convinced that Exeter Rider got rid of that for him.
Yeah, he took it off and threw it.
That spill by the harbour. I expect that's one of like the big motovlogging mysteries, isn't it? You know,
definitely. Everyone seems to love him. I'll tell you what, Rev, Reds was all right, wasn't it? Because he put his on his crash bung, so it always seemed to get spin from it. But it was just, again, I don't really see the point, but whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it keeps them happy, I suppose, really.
Yeah.
Another toy, isn't it?
Boys and their toys.
I'd rather put one of those quad locks on there, but you know, if you want to put a duck with a propeller on his head, it's up to you.
I always get a bit worried when I see a bloke with a silicon duck. I always think, it's
standing on his arm on the calf.
Yeah.
No, you know the next thing to do is one of those stick-on thingies that you buy in the local toy shop.
Dildo.
Are we allowed to say dildo at this time?
What is it?
Yeah, right on the helmet.
Right on the top of the helmet. Yeah.
You said
Somebody came up. Oh, is that? There's a video out there. There's a short. This bloke's come on. He's on his moped. This guy comes up alongside him and plonks one on the top of his lid.
I've seen that.
He's carrying
It
on.
cracks me.
Carries on riding. It's like that, are you? Yeah, well,
It goes out on the racetrack.
it's like that.
We used to have, oh God, Rhythmic will remember this. If you remember City Limits.
Yeah, just about. Yeah.
We've got a building in Milton Keynes called the X-Gate, but it's got a snow dome inside it. They used to have a nightclub downstairs and a bowling alley, and it was called City Limits and City Lanes. And we used to have a big guy called Darren that used to work. Then Darren was, I think, 6'6", 6'8", massive, great guy, about 320 pounds, built like your brick outhouse. But he was one of the head doormen. And every time they had a fight, and they said to him, he used to carry a gun holster. So he'd open his jacket, and he'd got a full gun rig on, and everyone was like, it's not yet. And then he put his jacket on. The public used to watch him, and he got this gun rig, and he used to do his jacket up, and he'd walk out the front and stand there, and you could see something under his jacket. And he used to walk up to people out of fight, and he'd go, "Don't make me get it out, mate. Don't make me get it out." And everyone was like, "Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry," thinking that he was carrying. And he did it one night. Two blokes kicking off on the dance floor, beating the crap out. And he walked up and he went, "If I have to pull this out, mate." And these two blokes stopped, and he pulled it out, and he had an 18-inch bright pink dildo, and he smacked them both on the head and went, "Don't be a dickhead,nd and put it away.
Well,
That would stop people instantly, because all this guy's mates went, you got slapped with a knob. Look at you twat. You got slapped with a knob. And it used to stop fights instantly. You got slapped with this dildo.
Usually the first punch is usually stop more fights.
yeah.
Quick one. Boating Biter Bird said, if there was a duck with a lightsaber, Rhythmic would want one. Yeah, you know it.
Yeah,
Rhythmic could be all out with that shit. He's been walking around that.
Fucking swinging it.
Yeah, he'd have his duck in one hand and his proper one in the other.
I think if it was a vibrating one, the noise it would make there, Rhythmic was.
I just said, I need a duck with red hair. Hang on, I think that's me. No, duck lips.
Hey, wait.
Duck lips.
Wait, it'd be more like that. It'd be somewhere else. It wouldn't be like that, would it?
You need a Yoda one. You like that little green thing, don't you?
Yeah.
Feel the force. Sleep in the wet spot, I will not. We started me on the Yoda now. Who's your daddy?
So, Rev, I take it now your bike's nice and clean, you ain't taking it out.
Oh God,
Yeah,
yeah, too
That's
right.
it. He's
mate.
done.
We've
He's
got
done.
the isn't the Christmas present run coming up or something?
I know Decorum are doing theirs on I can't bloody remember the date now, 19th or something.
I think
Possibly
it's, it's normally the week before Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah, 17th or 18th. One of those. Not this weekend, next weekend.
Yeah, because we did it last year. Because Shelley messaged me and said, "Oh, we're doing the Christmas present run. Do you want to join in?" So we went and jumped on that for the day instead of going to Super Sausage. So
If you let me know, if you do anything, obviously let me know because I'll finish the 14th. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have 3 weeks of being.
Here we go. BBB 17th is Decorum. There we go. So that's sorted. Oh, it's a bloody Saturday, isn't it? Oh,
mate, you're doomed.
I'll have to Saturday off. Long weekend of it. See what I can do. The only thing is, because obviously we work over Christmas, so we normally have, this year it's going to be, let's have a look at the diary. So Christmas Eve is Saturday. We finish at 12. Christmas Day off. Boxing Day off, and then we've got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We actually work over Christmas. Now, what we do, we rotate the calendar. So last year I had 2 days on 2 days off and 1 day on. This year it's my turn to work, so I've got 2 days on, 3 days on and 2 days off. So we rotate. So I'm in one, off one, in one, off one. But that way, everyone gets a fair crack of the whip over Christmas, and everyone earns some money as well. Because being self-employed, if you're off for a week, you lose a week's money, and over Christmas, that's a bloody killer, losing money over Christmas. MT.
That's what I'm doing. I'm off.
I'm retired. It means absolutely nothing to me. What's this thing you're on about? Working what?
Working at Christmas. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what you're on about. I don't know.
Some people have to work over Christmas.
Yeah, Tiki don't know what work is anyway. He's always just putting photos of that bloody dog.
I haven't worked for the last 6 Christmases, so I don't know what you're
Mate,
talking
I went into work this morning at 10 to 9, and at 10 to 11, I said to my gaffer, I'm going home, I've had a fucking enough. Like, he went, yeah, so mate, you crack on. I went, okay, then sound. So I was saying that video day when everybody thought the dog was driving the car.
Time.
Yeah, driving home, you lucky bastard.
quite lucky. We don't work Fridays. The council has a work-life balance policy, so we don't work Fridays anymore. We just work Monday, Thursday. So that's
nice.
I wouldn't mind. It's bloody freezing in the garage, and my bike ramp is right next to the open door. Where's the heater? About 20 foot away from me.
That's why you need some cold seated gear, mate. That's what you need.
You got that leak sorted yet in your garage at the roof? Have you got that all done now?
No, it's still bloody leaks. The landlord won't do fuck all about that.
Yeah, you won't all be saying that when the roof collapses in on them, all those bikes.
Well, that'll be on the landlord because you claim on the insurance. So yeah. But he's the landlord is an absolute prick anyway. So he's it's not just us. We pay a lot for our unit because it's an old railway building. But the guy round the back, the guy that originally owned it, Brian, was leasing the building at £500 a month. And it's literally under Mr. Giggs, so you know where it is.
Yeah.
And he leases that whole ground floor, and it used to be 500. The landlord, when the guy died, and this new guy's gone in, Narius, he put the rent up to 1,500 quid. It's not even got any hot water or cold water. It's not even got a toilet.
Jesus.
Yeah, he's got a chemical loo, and he's got basically a curtain that he's got his chemical toilet in. He puts in his chemical toilet and has to go take his toilet home and empty it.
Daylight robbery, mate.
Yeah, and it's 1,500 quid for a crap unit like that. But you can't get decent units in Milton Keynes for love or money. We've been looking for years for to obviously relocate to a new unit. The Mission building, Mission Motorcycles, he sold it for £800,000.
Wow. Fucking hell.
That's a tiny. It's only I think 1,500 or 2,000 square feet in there. So
the one, because that was I don't know who's in that now. It's like some sort of bed shop or something.
It's
like
a bed shop in there now. Yeah, it's obviously you're not going to sell enough beds to make 800 grand.
Not in not like Fenny Bletchley. No chance.
Yeah. Got that super cold sausage. Yeah. What is it with people going on about Michael Bublé? I can't stand him. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I've only got to join my campaign because, quite frankly, I'm sick of him. That TikTok.
I honestly think he locks himself, or like he gets put away in like a cupboard or something. And then like December the 1st comes and he has to like dust himself off. He's still wearing the same suit from the year before.
Basically, they unfreeze him. He's in a cryogenic state.
That video I did on TikTok has got 445 views.
He's been like fucking 20 years, has he?
No.
I thought you were just being a bit of a miserable bastard, Paul.
I'm a miserable bastard, but I'm just publicising the fact that I'm a miserable bastard.
Yeah, but poor old Michael Bublé, I mean, they dust him off and they unfreeze him, and then you know...
Did you dust him off?
You were actually listening to him at the time, though, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. I was singing.
Well, there you go. I mean, you can't avoid it, can you, mate? It's just,
I was singing along and giving it major fucking beans to Michael Bubblehead.
That Mariah Carey, Jesus Christ.
You're just lucky that I don't know any any Michael Bublé songs?
No, the only one I know is
neither does Michael Bublé.
Christmas, and obviously that's Gary Glitter, but you can't sing Gary Glitter.
I was gonna say, I don't even think Michael Bublé has any songs. I think he just covers all the Christmas songs. I don't think he's ever made anything.
That's any time.
He's not done any covers of Gary Glitter though, so you're all right.
Never want to come over Gary Glitter, do you? That's a fucking wrong place.
Oh, hang on, Paul's just. Oh, I've got to have an eyeball of this. Hang on.
Ali, who's worse, Bublé or Daniel O'Donnell? Oh, I don't know. They're both in the same.
Daniel's a
who's Daniel O'Donnell?
I was going to say, I was just about to ask that. Who's Daniel O'Donnell?
How can you not know who Daniel
O'Donnell?
O'Donnell?
What the hell have you?
Rev, that's what happened to me. I went like that once and it fucking just went off.
Nah.
Why am I looking at earwax or something?
You had a strong West Midland wind.
I put that on the riding group. There's a guy having his nose, nostril hairs, and ear hairs waxed, and that's what I was laughing at earlier. I nearly fucking lost it.
Oh,
Mate, you ever had that done? When I got to the Turkish barbers round by me, he does my ears, my nose, back of my hair, my eyebrows, and all that.
He's got to do something, Peaky. He ain't got any fucking hair. So
does he do your sack back and crack? Your barber.
Yeah. He does actually.
To be honest, I thought you were taking.
It feels like you're walking around. It just feels like somebody's fucking volleyed an edge-rog up your arsehole when you walk out.
I've actually had a back sack and crack wax, and I have to say, singularly, it's the most painful thing apart from my second marriage. It's the most painful thing I've ever experienced.
Honestly, mate, after 2 days, it feels like somebody's volleyed an edge-jog up your arsehole. Mate,
no, that doesn't hurt, actually.
Honestly.
I'll tell you what, come to me, I can do it for a tenner. If you want back sack and crack, I've got a reel of gaffer tape at the garage.
It's like a fucking driver, fucking Aborigines been through the back here.
Oh.
It's like that. Who was it that shared the one on the ride team of the girl with the shaver?
Yeah. His knob falls on her head. Yeah. Holy shit. I don't know who did that one.
Right, some good banter on that group. I like that group, I do.
I'll tell you what was it? Jess the other day, it was because Jess was doing like the underwear because she does all the different lingeries. It's underwear made of recyclable wood. I was like, Jesus Christ, one fart from me, I'd set the bloody thing alight. It's a good look. What we've got, you know, the ride group and the Motor Vloggers UK. It's a bloody good. It's a great. You know, there is a lot of crappy banter in there, but it's great fun. You know, just let off a bit of steam, and it's good when, especially like you and me, Peaky, when we have our down days and we're like, oh, I'm having a really shit day here, and then everyone just jumps in, and next thing you know, your phone's ringing. It's like mine was. I was having a shit day, and you phoned me, and then you were having your bad one, and we were all over you. It's like, keep going. Yeah. It's great for just a good picture. And like Rhythmic gets it all the time, you know. Oh, my bike's leaking oil. Don't worry, Rhythmic. We're all here for.
Tapping noises back. Take your fucking ears off.
Yeah. But to be honest, like I say, you know, it's nice. I don't really get out much, if I'm being honest. You know what I mean? So when it's nice to be able to be a little bit
social,
but not having to deal with all the fucking crowds and everything else. If that makes sense. Yeah. I mean, when I met with Mick on the bike show, mate, I would, unless my baby wanted to go, I don't think I'd have gone, if I'm being honest. Really? And then I said, right, because I was like, oh, we'll catch the train and all this like, and then when he got to it, I was like, no, we'll drive. At least then I've got to get there, kind of thing. I've got to get there. I've got to get through. I've got, you know what I mean? So it's just a bit easier. And then obviously when we all posted on the group, you know, where each other are, it made it a little bit.
It's more comforting in it when you know that there's other people there you get on with, you trust.
It's also that. It's also that little, this is probably sound a little bit daft, but Rev will probably understand. But it's that little bit of pressure that kind of forces you to do something.
Yeah.
Not push you out your comfort zone, but you've got to. If I say I'm going to meet somebody, I'll meet somebody.
Yeah, because then you don't want
It's just stepping over the line outside your comfort zone. And you're thinking, I don't want to do. I really don't. And it's just having the people behind you going, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it.
Yeah. It's just
To
having
be
that
honest.
pack sometimes. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And if you get it from the same people all the time, the pack gets regular, if that makes sense.
Yeah. To be honest, at that point, he had to meet us because he go, I can't have those fucking lot do my nutting on that group chat going, what a fucking scam.
We missed out with me. We were all sitting waiting for it. It was like he could have, what was it last Sunday? We were like, oh, is Peaky coming down? Oh, it's raining. It's raining. He ain't coming down. Oh well, that's one bacon roll less I got to buy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to wait till nobody's there, then you can buy me a full English.
I did say to you if you wanted the full English, it was on me.
Oh, mate, no. It's just one of them. You know, unfortunately, our Sundays at the moment, it just seems like you get to Saturday night and it just fucking hammers down, and then you get up Monday because, like I say, even on the motorway, it's going to take me an hour 40 on the motorway.
Yeah.
So
It's
you know,
like-
if I come down the A5,
over
2
Christmas.
hours 40 minutes on the A5.
Yeah.
So,
With Super Sausage, you go inside and his missus is on the counter. Gail's always on the counter inside.
is that the blonde hair bird?
Yeah, and I have to pay her. When Chris is on the tea hut outside, I get away with free bacon rolls and cups of coffee because I think it was the week that Paul was down, Rhythmic and Red were down. I'd got BBB, and I said to him, I said, "Oh, do us 4 bacon rolls, about 6 cups of coffee." And he went, yeah. And I went back to him. I said, how much do I owe? And he went, don't worry about it. Go on, just take it.
Nice.
Whereas, like this weekend, we went down. I think it was about 18 quid it cost me. He was like, Jesus.
No, is it really?
Nah, this is it.
It's not much when you're out with the boys. So.
You should have seen Red got a discount because he keeps fucking every time he goes there. He's like going in his jacket pocket. I'm like, what are you getting for now? And he's got another coaster, and he keeps making them coasters, and then they keep giving him breakfast because he just won't stop.
That's what I need to do.
Yeah. I remember that.
Smart man, yeah. Make him a coaster.
Rev sent me a coaster. He says I can have a free breakfast.
Oh, Matt's about to disappear. Have a great weekend, Matt. Enjoy your Tricity. Enjoy your new little Tricity. That'd be fun. It's got the grandkids over this week. Brilliant. Have a great weekend, Matt. Whatever you're doing, mate. And we'll catch you again soon. Boosh said, wait till you see the video. Never come out with us again. Yeah, Jay's a little bit of a character. He's a great guy. We're all pretty good. There's a couple of us that tend to push it to the limit, especially Brandon. He's a character. But then again, he rides a Yamaha MT10, so what do you expect?
If you've got Brandon and Jay in the same room,
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Bless
what was
him.
it? It was like the weekend that we did the Pulborough run.
Yeah.
Oh God, the pair of them, Jesus Christ.
That's why I said it to Red, because Red couldn't make it that day, and I said, to be honest, mate, it wouldn't have been your place because Red's quite a quiet guy anyway. So you then put him
Red's really quiet, yeah.
Put him with loads of people that are just chatting absolute. Oh, that'd be it. Red just wouldn't know what to do with himself.
When I met him, I shook his hand, and somebody's just looking at you like that. You're right, mate.
No, yeah, Red's. I've always said Red's. He's very analytical. I say that his eyesight has to be like the Matrix. He just sees everybody in ones and zeros.
Yeah.
Even my daughter went to me. She went. He never blinked. I was like, she just stood there. Like,
the thing was when we did the Pulborough run
fella.
on the way back, they left me behind, the bastards.
You weren't filtering, lad. You wouldn't filter.
With the GTR, I wasn't used to the width of that GTR at the time. I'd only been on it, I think, about just under a year then. And I'm still, I wasn't confident at putting the GTR between gaps. They lot left me behind.
Are you worried about filtering now?
Jay nearly goes and kills Rhythmic on the corner.
Oh, fucking
Are you worried about having it out about filtering now because you've had it cleaned?
No, he's worried about riding it now.
Oh God, I've got the Diablo video going up tomorrow morning. That's why my computer's humming, because I'm uploading the video at the moment. Coming back through Bletchley, and I come basically round the IKEA roundabout, and then back on the Tesco bit to turn left, Grant.
Yeah.
As I'm coming, Audi sitting in there, and I'm like, oh, I'm on a Diablo. Look, I can filter on a scoop. This guy pulls right over to block me, and I still clear the gap, and I'm like,
in your GTR, mate, in your GTR, you'd have taken his wing. Yeah.
I took his wing mirror with me. At least cost him 600 quid.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. As Ali said, pop the filter and cherry on the ride down to put. I did
better
when we went on the way down there. We were coming off when we come off from M1 M25, and I think it was a guy in I think it was a Fiat something. Ali's coming off, and oh Jesus Christ, this guy's boom straight. I lost the plot. I'm like, I'm past you. I get very, very irate when I'm watching cars filter in front of bikers. I tend to lose the plot very, very quickly. They're in a cage. We're not. We're on two wheels. We're completely open to the elements. It only takes one mistake from a car driver to take us out. And especially Ali being a new rider, I'm like, and oh God, I lost the plot with him. I did go a little bit OTT.
As Simon proved, though, sometimes it's not just the cars. Sometimes it's the bikers who try and kill me.
Any of you guys got like a folding number plate?
Don't know what you mean, Piggy. Never heard of it.
I'm just asking for a friend.
We have, I can't mention his surname, but we have a local bike cop that's in Milton Keynes. Paul knows him.
You'll see me go onto a peaky screen in a minute. I'm moving over. Look.
Yeah, move over.
You'll see a hand come over.
Yeah, Paul knows who I'm talking about because he's local Thames Valley. If I just mention his first name, there's two brothers, Michael and Paul.
Yeah.
You'll know who I'm talking about. And they're both traffic cops, and they both got the black unmarked BMW. So they were down at Super Sausage, and it was the morning that the Met boys were down there. They'd done the Met run down to Super Sausage, so we've got 4 Met BMWs there. Michael's in the car park with the black unmarked BMW, and he's just wandering up and down the car, and he's just going out the bike, he's tapping here, mate. He said, small plate, it's 3 points, 100 quid, mate. You want to get that sorted out? Goes across, and he'd done about 4 bikes in a row, and the old Met boys are watching him walk up and down the car park. Now, Michael and Paul are both bikers. They're both bike cops, and they're bikers. And he went up to this guy on the R1. He went, oh, nice bike, mate. And he went, do us a favour, start the bike up. And the guy started the bike up, and he's revving it. He went, sounds nice. He went, press that red button by your left handlebar. And the bloke went, no. He said, that's just my kill switch. He went, no, your kill switch is the other side. Press that red button. The guy's face went white. All the blood dropped out. He went, press the button, or I'll press the button. And he went, all right. And the guy pressed the button. His number plate went and disappeared. And he went, right, got his little book out. And he went, right, you got your driving license, mate? He went, pass it over. Thank you very much. You do realise what you're doing is fraud. And he went, what's that? He said, you're actually committing fraud. He said, for a number plate. He said, you're hiding it. You're actually committing fraud because there's only one reason you're going to have that, because you're going to be whizzing past speed cameras and hiding your number plate. He said, I can actually do Paul, is it a 157?
Section 159.
Yeah, 159. Here we go. He said, and I can seize your bike. And he went, oh, and he said, if you're committing fraud, it's arrestable offence. And this bloke went, oh, and he went, right, I've got all your details. Can we just check that that's right? And the bloke looked down and there was nothing on the pad. And he leant in, he went, them Met fuckers over my shoulder are watching me. He said, just take it as a knock on the chin, get the button hidden behind your clocks, or put the fucking button out the way. He said,
those black rats.
as he walked away, he went,
we used to have ours magnetic, so you could just lean back.
Yeah.
And flip it up and then flip it back.
He went, get it hidden. And he said, what do you say to me? And the bloke went, sorry. And he went, no, it begins with T and ends in U. And he went, what, thank you? And he went, yeah. He said, I'm not going to do you for that. He said, just get it sorted out. Hide the bloody button. He said, I know why you do it, and you're still going to put it on there. He said, while you're there, he said, mine's a sausage and bacon roll and a cup of tea with 2 sugars. Thank you very much. And this guy walked off, bought him a bacon roll and sausage roll, come back, and he went, we're all bikers, mate. He said, I know why you do it. He said, but just watch it. He said, because I'm all right. He said, I'll give you a slap on the wrist. He said, them fuckers won't. the Met boys will nick you for it.
So we got done. We got something called from Bridge North down to Church Street, and we've got the we call it the Rabbit Run. But basically, mate, it's like a fucking racetrack. It's just like this. It's on a sports bike, mate. It's amazing. Honestly, it's knee down every corner, and you ain't got to use the full road. You ain't got to roll out to take the bend and nothing like that. Like, do you know what I mean? You can. There's big bushes, but once you've done it 3 or 4 times, you get a decent lick on. But that was when I started racing or track days, really, because I could do that. It's about a 47-minute ride. I was doing it in like 18 minutes. Do you know what I mean? And then there was loads of us doing it, all kind of not racing, but he was racing theoretically. But we was all just going down there, and then like we got down to the bottom, we got into Church Stretton, and then literally they'd blocked the road off because once you get into Church Stretton, it's just an island. So the road leads to the island, and that's it. There's nowhere to turn off, nowhere to go, and literally these coppers had parked. So as we rolled down, doing 30, 40 mile an hour because we knew we was hitting the town centre, they just pulled us all in, and we absolutely got obliterated because they had a bloke at the top of Bridge North tell them who was coming, and obviously it's a 45-47-minute ride. We did it in like 18 minutes, and they was like, you can't fucking do that, mate. You're taking the piss, kind of thing. So, and that's when I started doing track days, and obviously that led to racing. But it's looking back, it was a bit like now with a 45-year-old bloke, it was a bit fucking stupid. But that's what we used to do. We used to have the magnetic flip up, so you just lean back, flip your number plate up, and off you'd go. Obviously I died of that, mate.
We all do it, don't we? We all bend the rules.
long story followed by, but I don't know anything about it, so I wouldn't be able to.
I don't do that. That ain't me.
And Brian had that revolving one on his Aston Martin, didn't he? So he was
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, it was all right for the British Secret Service. I can't see a problem with him as well.
Me and Paul did it last Sunday. We were doing 72 between us, weren't we? And overtaking at 73, and
and I think the maximum you ever got was 77, but that's probably where it ended, wasn't it?
I'll tell you what, Phil's 82, when it went past me, sounded like a TIE fighter. It was just brilliant. I don't think my microphone picked up the brilliance.
Oh,
that's
Phil. Now, Phil's wife, Claire, works with my missus. So, obviously, Mel was chatting with her friend at work, Claire, and she said, oh, my husband rides bike. Oh, my husband does too, Phil. And she went, and he obviously messaged me. We were WhatsApp, and I said, I'll add you to the ride group. So obviously Phil got added to the ride group. Turned up last Sunday. I said to him, I'll meet you at the McDonald's, and then obviously we met Paul. But he's got about 5 or 6 bikes. But that H2SX is like, oh Jesus Christ! That come past me, and it was like, you could hear that turbine going all the way.
He was a nice fella. He was a really nice fella, actually.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Phil was a nice guy, actually. Yeah.
He followed me all the way to Dunstable because I peeled off to go to Dunstable, Nick, and he went straight on. And he was, considering the bike he's on, he rides really sedately. He showed great restraint and maturity. Get me on a bike like that, I'd be riding like a complete fucking loony.
Yeah. To be fair, Paul was the wildest one out of all of us. We all went for a cafe after, and he fucking just.
To be fair,
he said to his wife when he got home, and his wife obviously messaged my missus and said, "Oh, she said, Phil's been out. He's had the best time of his life. He met some really nice guys down at the cafe, and he's up for doing it again when it's better weather. But it was bloody free. He was frozen when he got home.
I bet.
Yeah." But he said he
like that, mate.
Yeah.
You wouldn't need to fucking change the front wheel very often.
No, exactly. As for Simon, Simon stood on the picket line at the moment, freezing his nuts off.
Well, I hope he's got all of his heated clothing on.
Yeah, he's probably got his Keith's heated jacket on, his Keith's heated gloves, and.
I took the dog out in my fucking stuff the other morning, about 6 o'clock. I was like, got up, opened the window. I was like, shit, man, that's fucking freezing cold.
It was -6 last night down here in Somerset.
-3 it was there yesterday. Well, this morning when I went to work, it was -3 this morning. It was like 10 to 9, like. But
well, currently here it is -4.
-2 here.
Moment.
Yeah.
What we got? What we got at the moment?
Yeah, because where we are, because obviously we're higher up above Milton Keynes, so we get the extremes. In the summer, we get the hot heat, which is great, but in the winter, we're the first ones to get the extreme cold.
But then you get altitude sickness where you are, there, Rev.
No, it's only 400 feet.
Yeah, but you're not that tall, though.
300. I think it's actually officially 387 feet. But
it's -3 here at the moment.
yeah, I feel sorry for poor old BBB because obviously she's on a barge and it's a metal shell. So, God, you're not got any insulation on them things.
She must be like a little sardine, really.
You got a fucking cold fire.
Feel the roof off.
Fucking row out in there.
You got a diesel motor with a sump pump and it's bilge pump. You should.
No, for saying, oh, poor BBB. She's fucking sweating a row. She's sat in there in a fucking thong and a fucking bra.
Yeah. You sat in front of it.
I'm just bloody choking that.
It'd be like cooking the can, innit? Kind of thing.
Oh, here she goes. Oh, the canal is all frozen now. Officially cold. Oh,
yeah, it's when you come out and there's like
9 ton of fucking coal on a barge.
Yeah. What are they called? Do you remember them little sweets? We had a biscuit with a bit of whipping on the top.
Ice gems.
Ice gems. That you're going to come out in the morning, look on the canal, and there's loads of ice gems, and you realise it's not. It's duck shit.
Yeah. You can walk anywhere you want now. I mean, you can get out both sides of the boat now. BBB.
You can go ice skating on one side.
Yeah.
Just make sure you video it if you go ice skating.
Yeah, that'll get a lot of views because it will be a disaster.
Yeah.
We actually had a car in for MOT. Oh Christ, when was it? Yesterday. And she, little Citroen C1, and she brought the car in. The whole bottom right-hand side of the car is missing. Well, I said to her, well, that's going to fail, sharp edges. She went, yeah, it was coming through Woburn, and this deer ran out in the road. She said, I missed it with the left, but hit it with the right. I was like, Jesus Christ, you wiped your car out.
I remember coming home from Tidworth the once, and my mate hit a deer. As you come through Tidworth, as you head up towards like the M4, mouth is frozen. But that hit his car, mate. It ripped his car off. We drove home on the Friday afternoon, got home, and he had his car checked on the Saturday, and it ripped his car off. They look nothing from the outside, but all the where the roof it's all the middle was absolutely smashed to smithereens. Lower than a drawbridge.
Oh, Jesus. Rather you than me. Rather you.
BBB, she's got more banter than the blokes. That's what that stands for.
Oh, God, yeah. The thing was, because, oh, God, what was it? The group that Simon's in, Simon's the admin on it, and it used to be bikes, beers, and local meetups. And I changed my Friday night live stream because I said, oh, just come in for a load of bikes, beers, and bollocks. And she's, oh, can we nick it? Of course you can nick it. It's not copyright. But and Andy's now said to me, he said, you've mentioned, well, we're going out for a bimble twice on your last 2 videos. He's like, 90 quid a time. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to mention him a few more times. So I was like, Oh, this is the latest video. Right, we're going to quick bimble round. Oh, it's another 90 quid to Andy GSA tractor.
That's a policing term. We used to say bimble for going on the beat, and that was like 20 years ago.
Hey, we call a bimble like a slow ride, just a bit of a mince round, like, you know what I mean? Just
We don't say mince down here, Peaky.
So yeah, does that mean something else up there, down there?
Yes,
What's
mate.
down there. I was mince like
Mincing. If you're mincing along, it's a bit like.
Hello.
Yeah.
I was looking for a pants emoji then. From what?
I don't think there is a pants.
What I'm
emoji.
actually going to be doing, I'm starting mine from the 11th. I'm going to do the 14 days up to Christmas. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to do 5 channels a day with a link, with a hot link in the video, and actually link up 5 channels, because I've worked out how many channels that I actually follow. So I've worked it out. If I do 5 a day, so a fresh video a day, 5 channels that I follow, and the 14 days up to Christmas, and then Christmas Eve, I've got 1 channel, and I'm not going to say who the channel is that I'm going to promote. But it's going to be like the top channel. This one needs to follow, and I'm going to try. I ain't saying. There are, as it goes sort of nearer to Christmas Day, the channels get better and better and better. But I'm going to do 5 channels.
Oh, so what you've just confirmed, yeah, if we're on day 14, we're proper dog shite. Like,
and we could call it Rev's Little Santa's Sack, if you'll pardon the parlance.
Yeah, Rev's Big Red Sack for Christmas.
Rev's Big Hairy Sack.
I'll tell you what. If I don't even get to day like 14, if I'm not even mentioned, that's just fucking embarrassing, isn't it? At that point.
I've worked it out. The amount of channels that I actually the last 3 days, I get everybody in over 14 days. So it's going to be.
I'll tell you what, Rev. I expect to, fuck 3 days. I expect to be like day 2. That's minimum. That's the minimum I'm accepting.
We shall see. We shall
see. You're going to be under some pressure here, man.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. You're going to regret announcing that on only the 9th of December, because I'm going to be messaging.
10 days to work out who I'm going to do from like day 14 and work my way.
Yeah. Well, I'll be reviewing that document if I were you.
Can you imagine watching all 14 days and then on fucking the 24th he names somebody else? You were like, fuck's sake, man.
You would have thought they'd have had an underpants emoji, wouldn't you, for crying out loud?
Peaky, he's going to owe me a new laptop if he does, because I'll be smashing the fucking laptop.
Right, put it this way, I'm not going to be surprised if there's around about 15 potholes outside Rev Bomb's house.
I'm just going to go there and start digging them out. I'm just literally going to start fucking up his drive.
Put it this way, fucking Boxing Day, I'll be at the fucking Super Sausage. Fucking wait.
Yeah, you can just imagine me pulling into Super Sausage, pulling up, and the crowd just going kick, 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 kick.
Yeah.
Your fucking bike's fell over again.
Unfucking real.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'll tell you what, you should have kept that to yourself, Rev. You're going to regret saying it.
Rewind it and edit that shit out. Rewind it and edit it out.
Yeah.
That's all right. You wait till you see who is the first one up, though. So we're going to do from the worst to the best.
See, that's even fucking worse. If you're the first one, that means you're the shittest one out on his fucking channel.
No,
he's going to do it. He's going to do it in order.
The one that's on day 14 isn't even. He doesn't even come on my live streams.
I've got to say. So what are you doing? Are you doing one motovlogger a day for 14 days?
No, it's 5 a day. 5 a day.
5 a day.
Going up to the top 5 are on the day before Christmas Eve.
But then the guy on Christmas Day is like top dog.
The Christmas Eve one is like, follow this channel, bang, 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 bang.
Oh, cool. I won't watch until Christmas Day then, because I expect that'll be mine.
Where do we send our checks to?
I'll tell you what,
motorcycles.
I've done 2 videos already, so I'm actually preloading. So
Oh, that's Peaky's video done then.
Yeah.
Premiere.
Simon's probably is. It'll be Simon and what was the other one?
Simon's there, isn't he? Yeah. Where's Simon feature on that list?
Simon there. And,
I've pulled no punches, so I've gone right.
I want to know. Where does Mad Old Biker feature on your little list? I want to know where he's positioned.
He's in the middle somewhere. Don't worry, he's in the middle.
In the middle.
Yeah. But you'll figure out.
Yes.
You'll figure out who is on day 14. I tell you, on the worst to the best of YouTube. Hello, kids.
Me.
Hey.
No, I'm just giving it away. Who's day 14? Hello, kids.
I'll tell you what, as well, you'd be fucking pissed as well, wouldn't you, if you're named with other people you can't fucking stand. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hi, kids. It's the Missenden Fluff.
Oh, shush.
I've just been shafted by Royal Enfield and spent £15,000 on a £6,000 bike. But I'm okay. I'm happy with that.
I'll tell you what I'm not happy with, though. I'm not happy if I get mentioned in the same fucking videos.
If there's one person...
all right with Royal Enfield because they're running dry. That's fine.
Yeah, you're good.
If there's one person I can't stand, and I hate arsehole vloggers that can't be bothered to follow the subscribers and just give a mention. We had two in the garage this week, and they went, "Oh, you so yeah. Do you want a sticker? Oh, do you want anything? Yeah. I have some stickers, but oh, brilliant! Cheers, buddy. All right, I'll follow your channel. Yeah, whatever. I just bang. I don't do the content. I do the content for the customers, but I do it for me because I enjoy going out and motor vlogging. Oh, I'm on a blog. I'm out on this. I'll tell you what. That Valkyrie, when I took that Valkyrie out, because Phil's not been very well this week, and he said to me, he said, "Oh, I'd love to get the bike out and had a run up to Leighton with it." And I said to him, "I'll take it. You ride in the Land Rover, keep yourself warm." I was grinning and screaming like a Cheshire cat. You can hear it in my voice, and I'm like, "Oh
Yeah.
God!"
There was only one thing missing off that Valkyrie, though, mate. That was
that?
Tassels off the handlebar.
Oh God, yeah. I'll tell you what, that was so, it was literally like sitting on top of a Spitfire engine. That thing just went. And I said to him, I said,
fucking John Wayne.
I said to him, I just wanted to grab a big handful and just see what it'd do. I said, but being a customer bike, we're limited to a certain mile an hour. And he went, "You should have just done it." He said, "I've had that thing up to 120 mile an hour." I'm like, "Oh, if I'd, that would have took me license easily." But
so on a private road,
yeah,
I've had more BMW to 140. They reckon it can do 138. But on my mate's private road, I had 140.
Peaky, private road, yeah.
Oh, I love this misery flyer.
Oh, you think I care? I did 120 up the A1 the other day.
I want to go back to last week's vlog. Sorry, with all the fucking adults because none of the kids was involved.
I forgot to blur out my speedo.
Did you?
You did on your video, yeah. I blurred mine.
Oh, zippy, you're fucked. Oh, yeah. Just realised that.
I'll find it out. But somewhere I've got a photo off my GoPro of when we did Milton Keynes Bowl, and I was on that CBR 1000 RR, and I got to 181 on the back straight.
Yeah.
And I'll find it out and send it you.
You got to watch that, Paul, because old Bruce Smart got done on the Met because he wasn't blurring his speedo out. So
it doesn't actually matter though, Harry. You can blur your speedo if they really want to get you. They'll work out.
They'll just mark you up and time you. So,
You know what? I don't care.
Well, someone actually did that with me when me and Simon did the run to Super Sausage. And the guy went, "Oh," he said, "I've timed you coming on at Granby and timed you going off at Stony Stratford." And I went, "Yeah." I said, how did you know that? He said, because your time and date is at the bottom of your clocks on your GTR. He said, I worked it out to the minute. And I went, right, if you want to be an arse about it. He said, yeah, but it's where your mate on the other GTR, the black one, leans over and goes 150. And I went, no, that's how many miles he's got left in his tank for fuel.
Oh, good recovery.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah, they're not going to. By the time they've sat there and taken it, you know,
Not
people
worth
have
their
worked
effort.
it all out. It's
Not
not
worth
worth the
the time.
time
Not
and
worth
the
the
effort
time.
for the CPS to pursue it.
Well,
They've got better
worth
things
it.
to do. Go out and catch a couple of rapists or, you know, murderers or whatever.
Exactly. Fuck off and do something worthwhile.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I always say, as long as the road in front of me is clear and the road behind me is clear and I'm not endangering anyone else apart from myself, what's the point in just giving it a quick blast and bringing it back down again? Which is exactly what me and Paul did last Sunday. You know, quick blast past each other and then ride at a respectable speed.
It was perfectly safe. It was calculated, and it was done in the best possible taste. But
Exactly. It's all done in the best possible taste.
But you know what? I don't normally like riding in groups or packs because we've all been there. There are times when you're riding in a group and someone's going to do something unpredictable. When I'm like with you lot, you know, I know what you're going to do. I know, you know, your limits, you know mine, and it's all okay. But I've been out on groups before when you come to traffic and you're thinking about filtering, and then someone's just powering up behind you.
Yeah, exactly.
And it just gets stupid. So it's a case of you got to decide, you know, who's going to be your front man, who's going to be your tail end Charlie, and stick.
Which is normally me.
Yeah,
I think when I ride with my lads, I prefer to be at the back.
yeah, I do.
Just not what this is going to sound. It might sound bad, but I know my ability.
Yeah.
So I know that if I need to catch up, I can catch up. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And you know, I can, especially when we're riding the groups, I'll send everybody the GPX file so everybody knows where we're stopping for food, because I'll put like a food stop or the brew stop or whatever. But unless I'm taking the group out, then I'll ride the front. But if I am, then I'll ride the back, because I just feel in myself, I'd prefer to be at the back, kind of knowing my ability as a rider, that I can, one, catch up, and two, if I need to, overtake and be able to like say to somebody, right, this is what you need to do. Try these lines, and then sit, and then let them undertake me, carry on, and kind of give them a little bit of advice. Some people hug the outer line, the inner line, or you are looking through the corners or whatever, and that little bit of information, just to say, right, this is where I'm sitting. Try sitting out here, and you can see through the corner rather than sitting 2 foot away from the curb. You can't see through the corner. You can only see the corner, so you're fixated on the corner, kind of thing. And, I prefer to sit at the back sometimes, like I say, just to allow people to know that I'm back here, and I will allow a car to overtake us. I'll literally sit on the outside on that white line purposely, so a car can't overtake us. Especially if we've got like not a novice rider, but a rider that from our group is a little bit more inexperienced than the rest of us. So I'll sit on him and let kind of, how can I put it? I don't know how to put it without being.
No, I know what you mean, and you shouldn't be worried about taking any sort of taking or giving offence, because at the end of the day, everyone knows what their own limits are. I mean, at the end of the day, if you look at it officially, I've only been riding properly on a big machine since February, but I've done a lot of courses. I've ridden out a lot with other police riders, and I've done a lot, and I'm also studying to be a motorcycle instructor. So when I ride, Rev, can you just move your microphone up a bit?
Hold on. How's that?
You get the feedback off your
You
hard
put
drive.
the pop filter on the other side of it, so that you're not getting.
Hang on, let me do. How's that? Any better?
No,
Whistling.
Hang on, it might be me audio. Let me go back into me audio. God.
All you can do is
Yeah,
whining.
sorry.
Let me take the echo off. Hang on. How's that?
can you just cut back on the fold back and just a little bit more on the
How's that then? Try
front
that.
of house?
No, that's really echoey now with us.
Let me take the echo off. Automatically adjust. How's that one for you?
That's better.
That's
Yeah.
better. You were picking my audio up then. Last bit.
There we go.
It's gone now.
I could hear Howie, but it was like really echoey.
Echo.
There we go.
Yeah,
That's all right. I've got a nice little audio table sitting on this, so
Sorry, Paul. Go on, mate.
Yeah, I'm studying to be a motorcycle instructor, so I quite like the idea of going out with different people with different abilities to just get a sort of a gauge on it myself. And really, I'm sort of like learning how to spot other people's mistakes and errors and
we're
stuff
trying
like
to
that.
get Jess in. Paul's met Jess, so we're trying to get Jess in on the live stream at the moment. It's kicking off on the ride team. I can't figure it out. I'm trying to put pajamas on. I went, that's a different channel. That's my OnlyFans channel.
Yeah,
BBB will help her out anyway.
I'll help her out. No problem.
we will get her up on the chat. Right, let me just paste up the.
Me and Howie had a good chat last weekend, Davey, mate.
That was good fun. It was good fun. Right,
I had a good chat with you the other day, Peaky, when you get us a ring. That was a good chat.
Right, StreamYard links up, guys, if anybody wants to come join it. Right, there we go.
Yeah, but it was just like I've looked. To be fair, because obviously I ride you.
Oh, here she is. It's Jess. Hey, Eco Horse and Petwear. Here we are. It's Jess. I don't have a proper. Welcome. Hey, welcome along, Jess. Right, all you need to do, Jess, if you want to come and join the StreamYard link, click the link there which says StreamYard. Make sure you
mute YouTube first.
Mute YouTube first before you come. Oh, here we go. And lo and behold, there she is. Welcome along.
Hi, I'm in bed, obviously.
That's all right. You've got some
scarf
clothes on.
You've got a scarf on in bed. What are you doing?
It's freezing.
Freezing. You in bed? You have a fucking quilt on you, not a scarf.
what's wrong, Jess? You're not got any heated gloves on, love. What's going on there?
I've got 3 dogs.
Ah, that's all right then. A foot up each dog's bum, is it?
Yeah.
It does get very messy in here, so be prepared.
Zayla, come on. Come on.
Fucking hell, how big's that mirror at the back of there? It's fucking massive, that is.
Oh, it's enormous. Yeah.
That's all I know. Just sorry, lads. I'm going to hide now. I'm going to go red. I'm going to hide.
You've gone bright red.
Howie just said, hi, Jess. Hey, where we go. BBB just said, woohoo, Jess. Yay. So all you need.
What dogs you got then? What dogs you got there? What's that?
This one is a crazy dog. She's called Zola. She's a Romanian rescue. She's so mad.
A bit of like a greyhound cross or something. What's that?
Let me find my one. He's probably asleep on the bed. Let me go and grab him.
I don't know what she is. Sort of, yeah, husky, greyhound, just mongrel.
Come here, Daddy.
What else you got?
They're
What else
cute
you got
as well. I don't know where they are.
Come on, no need to stretch. Get your bum in here. Come in here. Come in here. Come on. Right. Ready. Oh, here he is. This is Chancey. Oh, he's got cramp. Oh, you've got cramp. He's Egyptian Saluki and he lays on the bed, but he gets cramp very easy.
Looks like Santa's little helper.
Oh, Santa's, yeah. If you've ever seen The Never Ending Story, he looks like the dog off The Never Ending Story.
Is that the one with big floppy ears and stuff?
Big floppy ears, yeah. I've got him on on my phone. Let me pull up a photo.
Looks like the BFG.
Yeah. Where is he? Let me find a decent. That's what he's normally like.
Over what? Go have a bit more.
He's upside down.
He sleeps upside. He's a nut.
What's that? I stood there and
Like this dog. He's just upside down.
The best bit is he talks as well. Hello.
hang on. Fucking Paul showing
Yeah.
off.
I'm just laying here, enjoying the sun,
Down.
enjoying laying back, and all I can hear is people farting around me. Please stop it.
Very bright.
Yeah. There we go. So, never-ending story, an hour one.
Nice.
But we had him as a rescuer, I think 18 months. He was found roaming the bins in Tesco's in Guildford. And the missus was going through dogs and she's like, oh, it's a dog, no, don't. Oh, she looks nice. Oh, actually, it's a he. So we went all the way down to Guildford, 120 quid we paid for him. And we had to be checked out to obviously see if we were responsible enough to have a dog. But he's coming up for 12 now. So, yeah, he's been with us for years. But wouldn't change him. But he goes everywhere. He lays on the sofa. He lays on our bed. You know, it's his house as well. He's our boy, basically. He's our kid.
That's like, to be fair, that's like Nico with me. Like he's with me up until 11 o'clock at night, and I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning. From 5 o'clock in the morning, he's with me all day. He comes to work with me. He's with me every night.
Yeah. The only thing with him, because obviously he doesn't like us cuddling. So as soon as me and the missus try to have a cuddle in bed, he's at the bottom of the bed and he's like, oh, hump.
Trying to join in.
Oh, he's like, go back to sleep, you bloody animal.
Yeah.
But
Nah, he can't go. He can get up the stairs, but that's about it. Like he don't like coming down the stairs because of obviously how big he is. He don't like coming down the stairs, but it is what it is. But yeah. So what?
Most bikers have a dog as well.
Well. To be honest, when I got diagnosed with PTSD, my counsellor was quite open about getting a dog because she was like, it takes a lot of stress. It allows you to. They took a lot of the stress off you, and I was a bit like, I don't believe in that shit, if I'm being honest. You know what I mean? Never had a dog before, so I was a bit like, I don't know if I believe in that. And my mate breeds bulldogs, and he puts them on Facebook, and every like 2 or 3 years, he has a litter. I'll just flick past them, and then like I say, I flicked past him, and then went back, and I was like, oh, I like him. You know what I mean? So it was like a knee-jerk reaction, but yeah, it's it might sound fucking a bit daft, but I talk to Nico like talk to a fucking human. Do you know what I mean? We have a good chat. Believe me heart to him.
Exactly. Yeah. The thing was, because everyone said to me, oh, them greyhounds, Salukis, lurchers, like, oh, they need loads of exercise because they're a racing dog. No, that 20 minutes a day. That's all they need.
Mate, I walk to work with him. 7 minutes he texts me to get to work. I walk with him to work. We get to work. He'll go in and out every office. Then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13 offices. So he'll walk in and out the offices, say hello to everybody, come back, get underneath my desk, and that's him for 2 hours then. And then he'll get up about 10 o'clock, have a little bit of breakfast, back to sleep. We'll take him out about 12, back to sleep. And then from 12 o'clock till about 4:30, he won't get to sleep. Then he's... Because everyone's in meetings and stuff like that in the afternoons, he's in and out everybody's office, then he's quite active in the afternoon. But now he gets home now, he's had his dinner at 6 o'clock. He'll sleep now. Well, he went to sleep about 7:30. He'll sleep now till 7:30.
I ain't heard the snoring yet.
It's quite quiet tonight. It's quite quiet tonight. So, but yeah, he had as many treats today because there ain't been as many people as well. There's only like 4 of us in this morning. So I think when he gets to work, because everyone's like, "Hey, you doing, Nico?" And he's in everybody's office. Everyone's giving him a treat every time he goes in. So it ain't too bad. But yeah, because he had much treats today, although I think he's got a belly full of shit, if I'm being honest. But yeah. But going back, hold on, changing the subject quickly. We're not changing the subject, but let me just stop. I've still got this.
Yay!
So if anybody wants it, mate, that's. I will say that is a really good read.
It is, isn't it? I've read it front to back 4 times before I sent it to you.
It's a really good read. It's quite
in depth.
Yeah. But I'd prefer to meet him and speak to him, if that makes sense. Because there's some stuff in there you're like, yes, that's me.
Yeah. That's exactly what I did.
There's other stuff where I'd prefer, obviously, the same as you. That's a little bit more personal, that you can get off your chest, and you know what I mean. Explain how you feel or why you feel in certain scenarios, or when certain scenarios, come about, how you feel on the build up to it. Because I have like I'll get anxious before I even get to places sometimes.
Let me post you let me just smack a link up for you. So that is the counselling directory. This is the guy that wrote the book. So this is George Booty. Let me just share the screen up for you. I'll put the link up for you, but I'll share the screen up. So tell you a little bit about George. Now, George came to the garage. He's got a Yamaha Phaser 1996. So results are important. That's what I deliver fast. Evidence, results, and great testimonials. I'm a psychotraumatologist. He works in Harley Street, London, Milton Keynes, integrative counsellor, psychotherapist, hypnotherapist. I'm an author, senior lecturer, and a conference speaker, part of an expert witness program in the UK. So first 30 minutes, special due to COVID-19, first 30 minutes is free. So he does national companies, Babcock International, ITV, Royal Mail, Majesty's Prison, insurance, social immigration, disabilities, PIP and employers. He does anxiety, depression, fears, phobias, personality disorders, sexuality, relationships, rapes, violence, complex combat trauma, PTSD, abuse, family, children. So he does everything.
Sort us all out then.
Yeah, so he does everything. But he does a 2-tier service. So free drop-in, if you want to just have a quick chat with him, 20 quid. Regular counselling, £20 a session. Psychotherapy, 50 quid. If you go down to Harley Street, you're looking at 250 quid a pop. I've actually had a session with him, and he solved me in, I think, about 20 minutes. And he said to me, the best thing for you, read my book, tell me what you need, if you need any more sessions. But I literally sat in the front office of the garage in reception, just chatting with him on the sofa. And he said, just tell me what comes back to you. And I said, the one thing that comes back to me every time, and I get it a couple of times. I had a bit of a flip out, I think about 5 Fridays ago. And I get recurring dreams where it just comes back to me. And it's Galahad, and the body's coming off the Galahad, where we had to do the logistics to getting them people home that had been burnt on the Galahad when the Exorcist hit. And that just wobbles me out every time. And it's different for everybody, whatever you've been in, whether you've done Bosnia, Iraq, Afghanistan. Everybody has a different experience, and it's just some little click in the brain. And it could be a smell, it could be a sound, it could be just a dream that you get. And everybody is different. And he said to me, it's a personal thing. He said, where you get into it, he said, but what I can do, he said, the worst thing you can do is try and push it to the back of your brain and lock it away. He said, because that demon will get out the cage. It will unpick the lock, get out the cage, and it will come back and it will bite you.
Yeah, but that's what you're taught as a fucking soldier. Have I been?
Yeah. Push it
That's
to the
what I want.
lock
Well-
it away, get on with the job. You put your nose down, and as we always say, crack on. That's why everyone says like crack on, and that's where it came. That's where the saying come from. Put it to the back, crack on with what you're doing. You're in the trenches and you run out of ammo, or you need something. You don't think there. You think on your feet. Right, what do I need to do to overcome, achieve, and hit my goal? And that's what I do at the garage. And Phil said to me, "You're a bastard for it." He said, because you don't think about the consequences. You just put your head down and just barrel on. And you need to obviously see the wider picture. And that's what you have to do. And George actually teaches you, this is what you need to do. There are 5 or 6 points. This is what your points are. And it's not just locking it in the cage. He said, what you have to do is actually let it out the cage and stroke it and make it become tame. So it becomes your pet, or that you can deal with it, and then it becomes part of and then you can just, right, there you go, and let it run free. And there's loads of different bits to it, but chatting with him, that's how you do it. PBB, how does Jess get off the live stream? Hang on.
Just press the cross in the corner, and you'll go off. You'll go back onto YouTube.
Yeah, hit the little cross in the corner, Jess. I can actually kick you, but I don't want to kick you out of the studio because it comes up on my link if I kick you out. She's still in there. There we go. Let me remove her. Right. Just come off the live stream, Jess, and that'll easily done. So yeah, just
Jess who's just passed a test and was with BBB the other week.
I can kick her out, but yeah. But I don't want to be kicking Jess out the studio. You just click off your StreamYard and well done, Jess. Yeah. She did all right tonight. Yeah. Oh, all right. I'm going to kick her out. She just kicked me out. There we go. If Jess will remove, that's all right. I can kick her. Yeah, I can kick her out. But
Where's Ruby gone?
He's got internet problems at the moment.
He wants to pay his fucking bill then, don't we? That's what he needs to do.
Yeah, kicks her out. There we go. I need to go sleep. I don't want to be watched. No, I don't know. So, hello.
We need more people.
That's a different channel.
We need more people.
Only for 10 minutes as well.
I'm going to start wrapping up soon anyway because I've got a long.
I was going to say, Rev, do you want me to play you out tonight?
Yeah, why not?
We're going to play you out. When you going to go? You tell me when you want up. Give me about 4 minutes, and then you can. Thank you very much. Good
I need to get a save. Don't need to be what BBB. I don't know. I've never. StreamYard is very easy. All you do is just log out of studio, so it's as easy as that.
Yeah.
Click the little X in the top corner. If in doubt, hit the red X. If in doubt, and then speak to me, and I'll kick you out.
Rev, your live streams go too quick.
I know. We've been on this for 2 hours and 10 minutes, and then
honestly, it feels like I've been on about half an hour, 40 minutes.
I know. It's just as I say, because people go, "What do you do you actually chat motorcycles on your live stream?" I went, very rarely. It's it's literally the same as the boys down the pub, just sat around the table having a beer. And
it feels like I've just been watching a Missenden Flyer video. It's what
no, are you swearing in my room?
You fucking hang yourself. What the fuck is all that about?
I like the fact that he reads MCE out for me because it saves me buying it. This is great.
I don't, because it's boring crap when he fucking reads it.
That's why I didn't even bother read, because I used to do like what's new on motorcycle news, and then someone said, Missing the Flyer does that. Well, fuck that. I ain't doing that then.
Let's read page fucking 18. Right then. You fucking boring cunts.
This is a new one. This is the new Multistrada by Ducati. It's got a red fairing and it's beautiful. But
do you know what? Really I used to really like Missenden Flyer until someone said that he'd been down to Super Sausage and some guy had spotted him and went, "Oh, do you mind? I'm eating." And it was he just copped attitude with the guy. the amount of people that spot me down at Super we were stood with I think Andy was there, Simon, Grant, Red, loads of Ali was down there as well. And this woman just walked up out of the crowd and she said, so obviously spotted me badge on the back of my jacket. She went, "Are you Rev Bomb?" And I went, "Yeah." She went, "Oh, I follow your channel." And I went, "Oh, thanks very much. Do you want some stickers?" Went off and got some stickers for her. And she went, "Oh, are you down here with anybody else?" And I went, "Yeah, there's Uncle Red there, Andy GSA Tractor, Simon GTR, Rhythmic Bikers there, Mad Old Biker. Do you want some of that?" And we all gave her stickers, and her daughter was with her, and her daughter's going, "I got stickers, I got stickers, I got stickers." And she went, "You're just normal guys." And I went, "We're just guys that ride motorbikes and do YouTube. You know,
Yeah.
we're just normal guys. We're not celebrities." And she went, "Yeah, but you've all got really big channels." And I went, "Well, you know, mine is a small. If you compare me to sort of the likes of Royal Jordanian or Premises, you know, or Toasty on
Yeah.
Beans on Toast, you know," I said, "I've got a really small channel." I said, "I do it for the fact that I ride bikes for the customers. They watch my videos, but most of my content is just me having a bit of fun with the boys on a Sunday." I said, "It's normally every single run is super sausage." Because I don't go out that far. Well, in the summer we go out, we do like the Obi Bike Club, or we'll go a bit further down to H Cafe or whatever. But it's just the content is for me. And Simon said exactly the same. I don't do YouTube for the fact that I've got subscribers. I do YouTube because it's something for me to do, and it's a hobby. You know, the fact we're getting paid for it is an extra, but most of my stuff goes back into my channel anyway.
See, Rev, I suppose that's the difference for you. So you looking at these channels above you. So when you're looking at the channels below you, like myself and a few others, do you know what I mean? Like, say, I've only got like 1,100 subscribers. So we look at you as a big. Well, I do. I look at you as a big channel.
No,
I look at you as a hero, Rev.
no.
But
I'm always happy to like what's his name that came on tonight? Oh God, can't think of his bloody name now. He popped in earlier. No, not really. The new guy, Crafty. Is it Crafty?
Crafty Poncho.
Crafty Poncho. You know, and I'm quite happy to post his channel up and get him some subs. If I can get my guys to follow him. And it's the same with Peaky. I've been pushing Peaky, like Scotty's Little Soldiers, and everyone's like, "Yeah, but you should be self-promoting yourself." No, it's not. It's not about me. It's about the others that are in the channel. Because if you can help someone up the ladder, if you slip and start falling down the ladder, then them guys are behind to push you back up and go, "Yeah, you know, if you're a bastard to them, they're going to be something down the ladder."
If I find something on, you know, you got that your usual subs, and then you go to your homepage, and it's everybody that's doing anything with motorbikes. If I find somebody on that, and I thought, "Oh, this is an interesting channel," and then you look at it, and he's only got 300 or 200 or 100 subs, I'll sub them.
Yeah.
But if they've got something like about 1.8 thousand subs, I thought, is it really worth it? You know, because he's not the case that he's unlikely to sub back to me, but I just don't think, you know, you're already there, mate. You're really
Anyway, I'm the same as you there. So I'll prefer to watch the smaller channels, and I want to give a bit of a fucking reason why now. So the reason why is they've watched all these big channels, and now they'll show you the little. You know what I mean? Super sausage is a pan of 12-inch length board. It's got 5 inches.
Nice one, great, nice one.
Carry on, Piggy.
All I'm saying is so you watch these smaller channels, it's more local to the area. So you can go to an area and find a road or be able to pin a road where not these big subscribers have been to, because everyone's done, not everybody, but they've all done the NC 500, they've all done the fucking PCOS, they've all done this, they've all done that, they've all done the fucking other. Do you know what I mean? When I want to get to a road where, like I say, there ain't many people gone down there, and it's smaller channels that kind of, because it's more enclosed, and them trying to get out there, they're showing you the best roads initially, if that makes
I
sense.
mean, I got loads of local lads. I mean, there's like Exeter Rider, who's local to me. I subscribe to his channel, Western Supermotor Vlogs, Somerset Biker. I mean, he's only about, he's just shy of 200. I mean, they're all local lads to me, so I know the roads that they're on. And the chances are that one day I'll probably at a meet bump into them. And oh yeah, sub to yours. And you probably start off and spark off a chat with them, and that's kind of like good to have that sort of like knowledge of the people that are around you in your local area.
Yeah.
So I naturally sub to people that, and there's another guy called Western Bikers.
Yeah.
They do quite a lot.
You got bionic bikers down your way as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean,
also to them bionic bikers.
Yeah. See, Phil Weston. I've been following Weston for years and years and years, and then he messaged me. Me and Phil tend to message each other privately, and he said to me, he said, "Oh, I can't tell you what's coming up, but keep your eye on Top Gear." And I went, "Oh, brilliant! All right, are you on it?"
Was that the with Eddie Kidd? Was it
the Eddie Kidd one?
Yeah.
And then Weston said to me, he said, "The video's up. Look for me in the crowd." And then you see Weston on his bike, and he's the only one that actually comes past Eddie Kidd and does the salute. And you can.
He's in the industry anyway. Of Phil.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a car salesman down here in Weston. I won't say which car place he works at. But
Phil is a really nice guy to talk to, and he's only just hit 1,000. He should be on 10, 15,000 with the stuff he does.
I think I was one of the first ones that sort of like mentioned him. What's the word called when you give someone a sort of mention? I think he was only on about 100 subs or something like that. And I sort of came across him, and I sort of like gave him a sort of shout out. I gave him a shout out years and years ago when he first kicked off. But yeah, he's all right. I mean, I'm sure I've seen him somewhere before on a ride or something.
And you got like Cole Dutz as well. Cole's not very well at the moment.
No.
But Cole Dutz, he does some really good stuff up in Yorkshire and the Dales and the Peak District and that, and he's ride out around this area. Another one,
Jim Diesel's out of hospital, by the way. Did you know?
Yes, Jim. I was speaking to Jim the other day. He is home. He's still not obviously 100%. He's recuperating, but Jim is at home, and I've said to him, obviously, when you get yourself better. He actually replied to me because I've been messaging backwards and forwards. Let me just read the last message out that he sent. Because obviously I said to him, I said, what you need to do is obviously when you're better, catch up with the boys. Yeah, I'm back home. I'm taking it easy. It's good to hear. Go careful, mate. Just need to rest up. Cheers, dude. He said, obviously when he's better, he's going to get up and try and get back down to the super sausage, but it's going to be a while because obviously Jim's. If you didn't know, he's got is it a stoma or colostomy bag or a stoma bag because his lower bowels got absolutely mashed in the crash. But it's a long road to recovery. And if you've seen the state of his arms, because obviously where he put his hands up, his elbow bone went straight out through the bottom, and he's got a huge, great pin in here. So
to be fair, the a lot of the hospitals now, well, what I found when I was racing, they'll put a colostomy bag. That's what it. As soon as they put the drip in, they'll put one in straight away. It just eases their life.
Lets the body recuperate. Yeah.
You got to try and go to the toilet and get cleaned up and fucking all the rest of it. You know what I mean?
So it's one of those. It's gonna take him a good year to recuperate before he's even thinking about getting back on a bike. So.
All the best, mate, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, mate, you know what I mean? Don't look at the fucking negative, look at the positive.
Yeah.
And, keep your fucking chin up, look.
Yeah, that's what I said to him, I said, we're all here for you. All you've got to do is literally jump on the group chat or message me on Instagram. I'll soon pass it on to the guys. Now I love all those bloggers. That's in my part of the world, yeah. There's loads around Milton Keynes. The one guy
there are many around the Midlands, honestly, there are. So I've reached out to a couple, like I Brumtown Rider. He reached out.
Right, it's a good channel.
You go Motor Revs at all? They're quite a big group in your area.
Who?
Motor Rev with
Yeah, but
Craig and Goose and all that lot, yeah.
I'm huge. Do you know what I mean? That's a big channel, and then it's, how can I put it? It's got a lot of people in it as well. Do you know what I mean? So for me to go into that channel, or for me to go into their group, I'm going to be quite a small channel, if that makes sense. And I ain't going to get much coverage for me personally. I like the channel. I support the channel. I watch the channel. Subscribe. I'm on the group.
The one that we've been really pushing is obviously the Motor Vlog Central, because Adam runs Motor Vlog Central, but I'm admin on it. So me and Adam tend to run Motor Vlog Central, but the amount of foreign channels that we get coming to us, like, oh, and it's all in foreign, it's all like kick from the channel. But we tend to sort of smash up stuff. So Motor Vlog Central is a good channel on Facebook if you want to sort of promote your stuff. Grant uses it a lot. Rhythmic, Uncle Red uses it. I use it as well. Simon, Andy, we all use Motor Vlog Central. But someone said, "Oh, maybe you should set up a UK motor vloggers group on Facebook." And I went, I really, with all the stuff that I've got going on at the garage, doing my video, I just don't have the time for another Facebook channel. I'm admin on Lex Motor Owners UK. I'm admin on the Cypher electric bike channel. I've got, I think, 26 Facebook pages that I'm admin on. And it takes up in my entire day just keeping those pages running.
At the end of the day, you've got to keep your home life when you're fucking so full on.
Oh, I'll tell you what, my missus is an absolute godsend because, I don't get much time at home. I'm normally home by the time I get out the garage and home after 6 o'clock. It's 7 by the time I get in. Sit and have an evening meal. We have a chat over the table. It's 8 o'clock. By 8 o'clock, I am absolutely bollocks. I'm ready to go to bed. And then I normally come in here, spend an hour catching up with my YouTube channels and obviously leaving comments and keeping up with my channels. But I don't get a lot of time with the missus, and she puts up with the shit that I do. Most women would be like, "Oh, well, I could be out with my friends having a drink. I could be, you should be spending time with me." It's not the life for her, but she puts up with the shit that I do because she knows that I enjoy I enjoy doing this.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, I work a Saturday. Sunday, I'm normally out on the bike in the morning, so I get a Sunday afternoon. And the best thing for us, believe it or not, is actually sitting on the sofa and just chilling and watching Netflix. Just go down Tesco's, get a pork pie, half a dozen baguettes or whatever, sit and just what we call a carpet picnic. And we actually we binged watched Wednesday, a thing called Wednesday.
That was brilliant.
It's brilliant, isn't it? We actually we started it at 2 o'clock and we finished it at 9 o'clock at night, and we binged watched 8 episodes of Wednesday. Yeah. Just me and her sat on the sofa, and we had such a good time just binge watching Netflix. And people say, "Do you watch a lot of telly?" Do you know what? We don't. It's normally Netflix, or I tend to watch me Walking Dead, which is finished, or Law and Order. We watch a lot of like the Law and Order, so SVU, Criminal. We watch a lot of that, but normally 9 times out of 10 we just chill in bed and just watch a bit of telly, fall asleep, because we're absolutely knackered. She does sort of 5 days a week, I do a 6-day week, but she's an absolute godsend. So she's a good girl. She looks after me. Oh, Harry's got to get the guitar out. He's going to do Hotel California, isn't he?
Is he hell?
I think right out the loft next week we'll do a duet.
Come on, go get the beat.
I can't play mine. Talk amongst yourself, kids.
How is like a good-looking fucking Richie Vida, are you?
Exactly.
You do you know what Richie Vida said about me and my guitar playing?
What to say?
Who?
Send to fuck off.
Who the hell's Harry? Yeah.
Like, Ricky, yeah, you dropped that, mate.
Richie. He's all right, actually. I like him.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, when
when
we went in lockdown in 2020, and obviously I was working from home as well, and I used to message Richie all the time, and he was doing a lot of like the country covers. And I said to him, I said, "Oh, if you can do some like Chris Young, or I said, bet you don't do Tennessee Whiskey." And he dropped a perfect version of Tennessee Whiskey. I'm like, oh, Chris Staples, Tennessee Whiskey.
Me and Rich had a
practiced
row over
enough.
BMW R1250 review we did. And
Yeah, I don't practice enough. My hands have got a bit of rheumatoid in them, so I can't play as much as I used to do.
So the comment that annoyed me, he went, "Yeah, this bike don't make me happy. It don't make me smile." And all the comment I made was like, "Mate, every bike makes me smile." Do you know what I mean? I ain't gonna like it for it to make me smile, kind of thing. You know what I mean? And then he went on this big fucking tangent with me, having a fucking pop, and I was like, "Mate, fucking calm yourself down with." You know what I mean?
Wind your neck in.
You know what I mean? I don't know who the fuck you think you're talking to here. You know what I mean?
The
all
thing
I'm
is,
trying to say is fucking, you know what I mean? You making a point here that other people are going to look at and not look at the fucking bike. That's the point I can get across.
the thing is, I, you know, whether it's a Lex Moto 50 right up to the Valkyrie, every bike makes me smile.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can tell it because someone said to me, he's like, "Jesus Christ," he said, "all I can hear is you bloody giggling on the Valkyrie video. Can you reshoot it and just do a normal vlog?" And I went, "I'm taking it back to the customer." You know, I was just, oh God, you know, going from 125 up to 1500 cc and riding that thing for like, I think we did 5 miles on it. I was grinning from ear to ear. I was like a bloody Cheshire cat.
You see, that's the point I was trying to get across to Richie, and I don't think he understood, was, you know, most people I got fucking 20, 30 grand to fucking spend on a motorbike.
Yeah.
So for him to disrespect a motorbike, not disrespect, but, you know, put his opinion across the way he did, I just agree with it, because at the end of the day, you know, a lot of people can't go and spend 20 grand on a motorbike.
No, of course they can't.
So the comment he's making about this brand new motorbike, I was a bit like, mate, you're being a bit pompous here, really. You know what I mean? You know, you're picking at fucking straws, and you know all you got to say is,
hang on, I've got who's red striped me? Hang on, I've got a red stripe. The fucking hell's red stripe me?
That's Richie Vida, I expect.
It's bloody, it's bloody BBB.
What?
Who has come? Who has come on the live chat?
What, in our lifetime or what?
Yeah, no, she just said CUM, and it's not. I've been red striped for the word CUM.
I love all those.
it's the fucking BBB. She's a fucking nightmare, mate.
I can't see it.
Kick her out the fucking group. She's a fucking nightmare. She is.
Oh, where is it? I've got. Let me find the.
I can't see it on there. She's not. It's been
No, it's because I've just approved it now. Oh, you bugger! I've got to find it now. So I've had 9 comments. I've just clicked it. It was like, oh, where are we?
Barking like a bird. I can't even fucking talk. I'm pissed.
I was ages ago.
I know. Yeah, I've just approved. It's like, but I've been red striped.
I've got to scroll all the bastard way back to find it now. Where is it?
I've got to scroll back to find the bloody thing now.
Fuck it. I scroll on the way back. She'll probably fucking screenshot it and put it on the chat anyway.
We do a whole video on it, I should think.
Yeah.
Like, everyone knows.
Yeah, but, you know, and that was the only thing. We had a bit of a to do on his channel, and then next thing I know, I couldn't click on his channel. I couldn't.
Oh, there we go. I found it. Let me copy that. Paste it into the StreamYard link. That's bloody ages ago. Oh, yeah.
Boys Garage has blocked me.
Who's?
Yeah.
Oh wait, who?
I've been red striped for the word "cum."
What happens if you type
Well,
out
it makes a change from Simon going "fuck this, fuck that."
Oh wait, who's blocked you?
Not Dirty. What's his name? Doughboy's Garage. Do you ever watch that?
Yeah, Doughboy's Garage is good.
He took some oil out of this old Triumph of his, and it was new oil, and then he put ordinary car oil back in it. I thought, well, that's going to fuck your clutch up, you know, with all the additives that are in ordinary car oil. You should be putting. So I mentioned it sort of in passing. I said, is it a good idea to put, you know, ordinary car oil in it, or is it just because the engines are a similar size that you know your Triumph will be able to manage with ordinary car oil? To see what he replied. Somebody put back and said, no, it will knacker your clutch up. I said, so we could expect a Doughboy's clutch change plate video then. And he put, I didn't expect you were a troll, mate. Shame on you, or something like that. He put on me, and then I got blocked.
There we go. Punk's just still about. Doughboy blocked me too. Yeah. Yeah, he's a bit of a. It was something you said, Rev, about people coming on the live. Yeah,
coming on the live stream. Yeah.
Do you know what? I really don't give a shit if it goes red on the live streams, because it's just boys and girls down chatting bollocks, as I say.
But you see, the thing is with people like Doughboy's Garage, because it is his business, he actually employs someone to do what's called reputation management.
Yeah.
And the reason why they jump on certain things is because they can't afford to have anything negative on there at all, because it's literally his revenue stream. It might seem petty, and yeah, it is petty, but the higher up the hierarchy these people seem to get, then the more they jealously guard their profile. You know, you look at people even like Andy, Mr. Flyer. I know we all take the piss out of him and stuff like that, but genuinely, he is actually a nice bloke. Just sometimes he just comes across as a little bit
of an arsehole. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not actually an arsehole. He is actually an okay guy. But you see, the thing is, he is now at that level where he is expected to do and say certain things and act on certain things.
He's a salesman for motorcycle products. That's what he is.
The only person I can think of that would actually never be like that, and he'll greatly disappoint me because he's a friend of mine as well, is Bruce, Teapot One.
Bruce is a really nice guy.
He is genuine, down to earth, ex-job, says it as it is, but he's still careful, if you'll notice now, and he's becoming more careful about how he says and delivers certain things. He's still very clever, but at the end of the day, you just see that as him being professional, which is what he is. He's a consummate.
What the Punkster just said, when he's doing instructional videos, he should be putting false information out. He should be doing stuff that's beneficial to others. So if he told us as a group of, say, guys that didn't know about motorcycle maintenance, just put this oil in, it'll be perfectly okay. And then another 5,000 miles down the road, we're this clutch is awfully bloody slippery. It's not really working. My bike's not going as should. It's because he's done something, or even putting bloody copper slip on the backs of stuff, or I mean the video that did it for me with Double. I used to follow him a bit, and I subscribed to his channel.
Yeah, I did. I don't know.
The one that did it for me was when he started his bike up, got it up to temperature, and then took the coolant out. I thought, no, I can't follow a guy that does something like that. And puts out a video out as an instructional video. I'm sorry, that's just dangerous.
If he began with a caveat of, well, this is what I'm going to do, wouldn't recommend you doing it. I can get away with it. I get away with it. I know my bike and I know what I'm doing and how I use it. Then fair enough. But if he's if he's purporting to sort of be an expert in that particular area or doing that particular bike, and he's saying, yeah, you should do it like this, then you should expect to be called on it, quite frankly, because there's lots of people that are knowledgeable and more knowledgeable than him out there. And he shouldn't be afraid to say, actually, do you know what? I got it wrong. It was pointed out to me that I should have done this or shouldn't have done that. And thank you for that. Would give him a bit more kudos, wouldn't it, really?
Absolutely.
It'd probably make a better video if he come out. I'm like, right, I've done this. This is what I did. It was obviously wrong.
Yeah.
And this is the right way to do it because this is where I've been told. I've been
People would have more respect.
for X, Y, and Z. I'd give that bloke a little bit more fucking respect. You know what, mate? Fair play,
Yeah. If you look at, and I'm going to go massive channel now. Let me just find him on my YouTube channel. No, it's a channel that's it's got.
It's a massive channel. It's one of them fucking small channels.
Right, it's 1.51 million subscribers, 1.5 million subscribers. Royal Jordanian.
Yeah.
I actually met him down in London, and he never showed his face to me. He had his he's got that. I think it's a shoe buff helmet.
He's ugly. That's why.
Yeah, he was down there on the Noodle, and I actually spotted. I went down to the Ace Cafe. I thought I'll pop down the Ace Cafe, see if I can catch up with Premises, because I chat a lot with Premises 187. He pops up in the side chat every now and then, but pop down there, and I thought, oh, let's have a ride down to London. Let's just do a bit round London. And I actually spotted RJ, and I flashed him up with the GTR. And I'm like, whoa. I went, follow your channel, mate, and he went, kept his visor down all the time, and then he popped the visor up, showed his eyes, and I went, absolutely love your videos. I said, massive channel like you. I said, you must obviously get the haters and the like. He said, I get it all the time. We're nattering away, and I said, obviously with a channel like yours, massive amount of money coming into your channel. How do you deal with the amount of money? He said, I don't earn a penny off. He doesn't earn a penny off his YouTube channel. And I went, what do you do with it? He said, once a month I go down to Great Ormond Street and I give a check away. That's my YouTube money. And I went, why? He said, with a name like Royal Jordanian, what do you think?
He doesn't need any money.
I don't need the money. And obviously he's obviously related to the Royal Jordanian family. But he gives all his YouTube money away. And I'm like, massive respect to that guy for what he does. And I said, why do you do it? Why do you do YouTube then? He said, because I'm bored. He said, the only reason I do my videos is because I'm bored.
Originally,
he's really Prince Harry in disguise.
he did his videos, and when he was going over sand dunes on his just to send it back so his mum could see it. That's how he started out, RJ.
Yeah.
Just for his mum to watch.
Yeah, but it's like Prem. I've never met Premises 187. He's been up to Dunstable, literally 5 miles from me. I've been down to the the Biker Cafe in London, where you have to drive down the poxy middle of the
the one where all the hipsters go. Yeah,
bike shed. That's it. Yeah, I've been down there to try and meet up with him, but I've never caught up with Premises. But he comments on my stuff.
Did
Loomis as well, yeah.
for you?
See,
Loomis is the place to be. Apparently.
See, I just can't be arsed with all these people who won't show the fucking faces. Because I'm just like, man, fucking grow up. You know what I mean?
Well, Aaron Von Grumble never used to.
Mate, if you're Prince Harry and you're fucking on your face, then fucking fair enough.
Yeah.
I've
got no problem in showing my face, because people know me from the garage. They know who I am.
They twat the way to take us your fucking channel. But what I'm saying is,
I'm not the best looking guy in the world.
Yeah,
Probably a bit better now I've got a beard.
now you've turned into fucking Father Christmas. You look fucking quite normal.
Hang on a minute, Rev. We could look like brothers now. Look.
Exactly. I'll tell you what, the missus has said to me, she went, if you shave the beard off, I'll shave something else off for Christmas. And I'm like, oh, okay.
What, her toes?
You shave her fucking legs.
Winter coat, mate. Winter coat.
yeah, but it's like that. A friend of mine. Have you ever heard the Dom from London? Have you ever heard of him? Yeah. So I know mutual friends. So I kind of know him. And if you watch one of his earlier channels, you can see his face is on there, and then he covers his face up then from the rest of that. But I was like, mate, if you'd have kept that from the beginning, it would have been interesting. But if you go back through your channel, you can see us, if you know what I mean. I says, but yeah, you know, you get to a point where you're just like, mate, just fucking show your face now.
Well, actually, Peaky, I think if no one actually seen my face, I might have more than 63 subscribers. But
Chocolate and orange. That's just wrong. Chocolate and orange, Paul. That's just wrong. I actually went did all the shopping at the weekend last Sunday. I said to Mrs., I brought you back some ice cream. She went, what's that? I said, I've got you brownie Haagen-Dazs, cookie dough brownie.
Yeah.
And she went, oh, what the hell have you got? I went, mince pie Haagen-Dazs. It actually tastes of mince pies.
I'm not a great lover of mince pies, if I'm honest.
Oh, God. I could polish off a packet of 6 mince pies. I can polish them off in about 10 minutes, mate.
I've got my Christmas dinner tomorrow at my local pub, and the pudding is the Christmas pudding with the custard, and I'm not expecting to actually get that far.
It's where you bite into it and you've got like 5 pence stuck in your tooth, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like you choke on a 5p piece and that's it, game over for you.
When I was a kid, it was the big thing to set fire to the damn thing, and you had to put the fire out before you could eat it.
Yeah.
Anybody else used to have? I leave my nan. I don't leave my mum and dad. I leave my nan. But my nan used to do like a Christmas pudding. She had fucking like dry roasted nuts and stuff like that in it as well. And anybody else have like dry roasted nuts and stuff like that. Yeah.
Stevie's still here. Feliz Navidad, yay! Fröhliche Weihnachten.
What?
Fröhliche Weihnachten, as they say in Germany.
What's that mean?
Happy Christmas. I know quite a bit of German. If you're German and you wear a bra, ein Titten floppen stoppen.
Anything I know is ohne Pupa and Falcon Schnuffen.
Or a pair of pants in Germany is like ein Lowen Decken Nacken Jacken.
Rev, none of these are real.
No.
They probably are.
Believe it or
you go
not,
to the pink house and ask for that, you won't get that. Fucking trust me. If anybody knows, if anyone's military here and knows of the fucking pink house, fucking drop a fucking link down there. Drop a link down there. Military boy couldn't know the fucking pink house.
Yeah,
I can neither confirm or deny what I did between 1985 and 1993.
The first thing I learned, when we used to do the old foreign freight across to France with the boys, and I said to him, oh, I need I know how to say like bonjour, and he went, no, he said the only thing you need to learn when you go, yeah, the only thing you need to learn when you take transport to France is œuf de pommes frites avec thé. And I went, what's that? He went, egg chips and a cup of tea. He said, it's the only thing you ever need to learn in France. Œuf de pommes frites avec thé.
I'm more disappointed that fucking the military boy kept fucking cutting me off fucking last week, you fucking bastard. I was hammered, to be fair.
You were fucking hammered, mate. I watched it back on rerun.
Mate, I got on there. How the fuck I even started my computer up and fucking got on? I don't know. I was fucking smashed. And then all them other guys were talking, you know, and you're like looking at people and it's like, I don't know what the fuck he's like. I mean, at least with us guys, I can fucking kind of gather what you're saying. With them fucking Them boys opposite the pond, mate, I don't have a fucking clue. Not a fucking chance.
It's all right.
Fucking cutting
You're
me
all
off.
chowing down, and then someone goes, "Oh, fucking Rupert's are here." Oh, Jesus Christ!
Tingle tangles.
Tingle tangles. Do you remember those? Oh God, we're going above your head now, Paul. You won't understand all this shit.
Not me.
Mate, mate, when we was in Germany, I remember we come off leave. We'd been away for a couple of months, and a lad was with his wife, and he went to the Pink House. So the Pink House is a very special house full of ladies.
Yeah.
So he went there before he went home, and then got home and had no money left.
Oh, here we go.
Right.
Here we are. Steve's just said Tingle Tackers.
You've started Stevie off now. He's on a real retro fucking trip here.
Oh, we're going down memory. What was it?
The thing is, you say that I don't know what you're talking about, but this is the whole reason I do know what you're talking about, and this is partly why I can't eat shreddies for my breakfast.
The Bundesstrasse.
Glory holes and everything in there, mate. It's fucking wrong.
We actually got
wrong. It's wrong on every level. Every level.
We actually went. We did.
You can't say no.
Have you done the tour of Germany, Peaky?
Yeah.
Yeah. We did the old Bundesstrasse. And one of the guys, he went, oh, come on, let's go in one of the local bars. We went in this one, and it was the old strip show with the old rotating booth. But they figured out the 10p is exactly the same size as the German kroner. Yeah. So he's like chucking 10p in the booth. One of the guys come out, and he went, I ain't going in that booth. And he went, why is that? He went, I reckon the guy's got a cold because there's loads of tissues in the bin. I went, you ain't got a cold, mate. This thing's going round and round, and we're sticking money into this old bird there, and she's doing the show. We went, oh, you old slag. And they've got a button on the inside, but they can shut your window. So we're like chucking more money. I think there was 24 of us, and we all got kicked out by the security. We were like, just go on, you old cow.
See, I've got to say, Miniature Bog's in the best place ever, which is in Canada. If you ever go to Canada, mate, the bars in Canada, I ain't going to say what bars, but I'm going to say he's going to know. The bars in Canada are fucking amazing.
Oh, God, yeah.
Bars. But what we used to do, Miniature Bar is going to fucking, obviously, IRP pipes up on the side chat. But what we used to do is, like, we used to heat the fucking coins up and fucking flick them on. So when they're having a dance in front of you, so you used to heat them up and flick them on and you used to fucking burn them. But you go to like Edmonton, Calgary, and places like that, mate. Honestly, it's, you know, there's 600 blokes going on leave at all the same time, and it's really good. It's really good because you know for a fact if even if you're on your Jack Jones, you can walk into a bar and there's somebody in there, or you can get you know what I mean. Even if you're even a biker, you can have a chat about anything with anybody. You know what I mean, guns or life or whatever. Honestly, the sin bin, fucking
the sin bin,
the sin bin.
I'll tell you what, my missus does it every year for me, and you can only
that's the one, Cowboys.
Yeah, you can only buy it in bloody Canada, and it's Crown Royal, and she always gets me a bottle of Crown Royal every year.
Cheaters was fucking brilliant. Cheaters was fucking amazing when we was in Canada. I don't know if it's still open there, but Cheaters is fucking brilliant. Mate, I come out from fucking Canada, mate, and I was in debt for about fucking $3,000. But yeah. But it's
Ralph's.
Yeah, I go to Ralph's. I went to Cowboys, the club, yeah. The sin bin. We used to call it the sin bin. It's the bin. Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna let you
Cheaters.
carry on and reminisce. I'm pissing off. Have a good weekend, people.
Yeah,
Take
see you,
care,
Paul.
Paul. Thanks for coming in, mate.
Cheers,
See you later.
Mucker.
Take care.
Yeah,
all like
Scouser. Just wonder how the Scousers know them all, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. A Rolls
Typical
Royce
fucking
garden.
Scouser. He's got his fingers in the pies, are you? That's what it is. Typical fucking Scouser.
Oh.
But yeah, man. Honestly, you know, you get to these places and it's just fucking nice. Do you know what I mean? You just kind of fucking slot into what's going on, if that makes sense.
The thing is, when bikers get together, it's all just just lads, isn't it? You always have a bit of bants and beers, as we call it.
Who's Anonymous Biker USA? Who's that?
AB is AB pops in the channel all the time. So yeah, he's another American rider, anonymous biker. Let me just
put his channel up so I can sub. I don't know you, Mucker. I don't know you, Mucker. I'll sub to you, mate.
AB is a really good.
I like that name.
Really good channel. Let me just find him. So he has got
Right Rocks. I can't even say because I'm pissed. White Rocks Ride.
believe it or
I'm
not,
watching his channel for the last couple of days. He's got some good content out there.
you think AB? You think I'm a big channel? AB is massively over the top of me. There we go. So AB.
What I'm saying is, the point I'm trying to make is, as a small channel, you know what I mean. You know, we've all been there. Well, you was there. Hopefully, I aspire to be where you am now. But you know, when you hit 1,000 subscribers, you want to hit 3,000 subscribers. When you get 3,000, you went to 5,000 subscribers. Do you know what I mean? So
the thing is, AB's done I think it was about 2 years ago that AB did the video. Let me just go back into AB's channel. Military
biker, mate. I think I'm gonna have to come over, to be honest, military biker, because I think we need a fucking USA. We need a good week on the fucking piss. Me and him do. Just I want to ride my bike. I just want to go on the lash.
I've got to scroll through and find it now because Uncle Red had a Vulcan. You know, Uncle Red's got the Vulcan 650 Jelly Bean, and he said to me, he said, "I'm going to go out and buy the Indian Scout," and I went, "No, fuck's sake, don't do it. Keep the Kawasaki. No, I'm going to go and buy an Indian Scout." And I said to him, "Have a look at AB's video." I said, because AB's done a video years and years ago of why not to buy the Indian Scout bobber. And of course, Uncle Red's exhausts fell off. Let me just get into AB's channel. Oh, fucking hell, 2 years ago. Right, let me just post this up. Right, there we go. Do not buy this bike, the Indian Scout. So he posted it 2 years ago. Do not go and buy the Indian Scout. So that's the video for it. Go and watch that video. It's had a massive, massive following on that channel.
Who's TBV? I heard them neither. Who's TBV?
We've got a new one. South Manchester Riders Club doing the last ride out at Squire's Cafe. If anyone's fancy popping along, there we go. Squire's Cafe on Sunday. I am stuck at home, unfortunately. I've got to put the Christmas decks on.
Was that Manchester?
Yeah, that's your way, Peaky.
Yeah. That's a bit. Well, it's still a good 2 hours for me. But who's TBV? South Manchester. Who's that?
New one on the channel. So, White Rock. Let me just catch up with everybody, mate. So, White Rock Riders, but just got back for the works. Wife, go. Oh, excuse me. I am bloody knackered here, mate. Yeah, as I say, you know, go and check out AB's channel. He's got a bloody amazing channel. I follow a lot of stuff on his. You know, I tend to follow everybody as much as I can, but I'm following, I think, about 450 channels at the moment, and to keep catching up with everything that's coming out, I tend to sort of I do click through a lot of stuff, and like, oh, I'll watch one or another one. I'll just click through just to get the
You
highlights.
see what I do? What I do? Well, this is going to sound quite bad if you're part of my channel. So, if you're doing a YouTube channel, it's got to captivate you within 10 or 20 seconds, or else it's going to. Everybody else is going to just flick through. Do you know what I mean? So, if the only advice I can say to you guys, if you're doing a channel, try and captivate somebody within the first 10 seconds to make them watch. I don't do it because that's just the way I edit my channel. I'm trying to build a channel rather than get a lot of channels or a lot of people subscribed all at once. So I'm trying to build a little bit of a community rather than getting out there and just doing like a fucking 8-minute video of people crashing the fucking bikes. We all have, but
it's just one of them. I tend to catch up with a lot of channel. TV, the Burnage Vapor. Oh, there we go. Post your channel up for us, mate.
There's Manchester.
Share it on the street.
Where the beta man? Right. I'm gonna ask them. So you're down by the M56. So if you're down by the M56, top of the A41, like Liverpool, Junction 19 kind of area. If you're around there, then message me. Go into my channel, message me, and we can hook up, man. If we hook up at like somewhere like I don't know, top of the A41, Chester, for example, that's probably hour 20, hour 15, hour 20 for you. It's about an hour and a half, hour 40 for me. If you want to meet up, mate, just go on my channel, click on about, my email's on there, and just fucking email me.
Right. Post the channel up for me, and I'm quite happy to obviously give you a plug on the channel. So TBV, post your link up, mate. Ali's just about to disappear. Good night, chaps. Take care. Mind yourself. If you're, I've got a weekend off this week, Ali. So I'm going to be staying at home, putting up Christmas decks, spend a bit of time with the wife.
Putting them up.
Yeah.
Are they not up?
So yeah, weekend off. Now I've cleaned the GTR, so don't want to take it out now. Oh yeah, you got yours up already.
Well, they've been up for a fucking month.
I've not even. We've started. We've got the tree up. Her dad came over, and Mel's dad came over and put the tree up today. But yeah, I'm absolutely shattered now. I've done 36 days on with no break now. So
That's being self-employed, mate. That's being mate. You can't have a fucking day off. So
Phil's actually said to me, he said, I'm looking to get you a Saturday off so you can spend the weekend with the missus. But I've done 36 days straight now with no break apart from a Sunday where I'm riding. So even a Monday is meant to be my day off, and I end up going into the office early just to do paperwork and admin and catch up on repairs in the workshop. So unfortunately, it's the nature of the beast. If you work in a garage, then you have to smack the hours in, especially being self-employed. You have to do the hours to earn the money. So it's one of those, unfortunately. Stevie's off. Have a great weekend, guys. Good luck. Oh, is it footy tomorrow?
It's fucking England game.
I don't follow football. I tend to follow motorsport, but I'm not a football lover. But
anybody on here, if you message me, you're gonna get a fucking. Comment.
Oh, he's got an LX. TBV's got an LXS. Goodbye. Watch the chains on those. The chains on the LXXs do stretch. Lex Moto put shit chains on them. Really do. They put a really, really shit chain on them out the factory. What I do is get rid of it and get yourself a DID gold chain on that. Change your sprockets up to DID as well. Quickest way to save your rear wheel, DID chain and sprockets, and it'll probably cost you about 150, 160 quid to get that done. Looking forward to getting out and around some rounds, yeah. TVV, if you get a chance.
Where is he? Where's he based?
He's South Manchester. Yeah, here we go. So South Manchester Riders Club. So they're down in South Manchester. Yeah. AB, kind words indeed. Thanks, you mate. Yeah, you're welcome, AB. Always quite happy to promote other people. So yeah. TPV just had a first service say, yeah, gold chain. Yeah, get a DID gold on that. LXS is the Lexmoto tend to put the cheap Chinese chains on them. You know, with LXR, LXS, any of the Lexmoto bikes, the chains they're all right. But as soon as you start sort of giving it some welly, you tend to stretch the chain, and you're chain adjusting every bloody week. One of our girls, and she's friends with Ali. She's friends with Shelley, Daytona Girl 675, Kinjal. She's in tomorrow, and I can't get a chain and sprocket for that bike to save my life. You know, just out of stock everywhere. But any Lex motorbike, change the sprockets up, change the front sprocket up, rear sprocket, get a DID gold on it. It's going to last you a little bit longer.
Hey,
yeah.
What's that little fucking bang, 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 bang in the background?
Oh, it's a mandolin.
Fuck off. Can you play a mandolin?
That. Oh,
That'd be a mandolin.
Get the mandolin out.
it's been a while.
Can you play me some Foo Fighters?
Some Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Oh my life.
I can't remember how to play it.
Awesome stereophonics.
Oh, now we're talking. One for you, Pinky.
I'm too pissed.
Wake up, Maggie. I think I got.
Wake up, Maggie. I think I got something.
You know what? That is very close to the sound that Sisters of Mercy have. She sells Sanctuary.
I've got to admit, I spent like 8 months in Hong Kong, mate, and
I'll tell you what.
Mandarin.
For next weekend, I'll dig the amp out. I'll get the Jackson out the loft.
This is out of tune.
That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight. Oh God, no, Julie Banjo's tune. Come on, boy. You sure got
Yeah, you sure got a pretty mouth, boy.
squeal like a pig.
Oh, that's close enough.
I'd love to be able to do that.
That's me in the corner.
Just
That's me in the
pick it
spotlight.
up and play a fucking tune.
I played that last week, didn't I?
What's his name? That bloody tune. Oh, we're getting requests now.
This is the worst stream
Yeah.
I've ever been on.
There we are. Any Floyd? Hello, hello. Is there anybody out there?
Hello.
Hey, wait, you need to do your own fucking live stream, mate.
In there.
Carry on.
That tune, I'm sorry, but
Fucking hell, Louie. Sort yourself out, will you?
oh, yeah, kids.
Are you not fucking prepped this or what?
Just a little pinprick.
Just a little what? I'm a little what?
Just a little thin prick, did you say?
Yeah. There is always. Get it in tune. Come on.
Fucking hell. Hey, wait, I thought you were a professional.
That's bloody hell. It's going to need new strings.
Got to be the
I
Eagles.
borrowed this and
Hotel California. Go on, Amy, you can do that, fucking bad boy. Come on. Finish the show off.
okay, on. This is a song I wrote earlier on this morning. It's called Tune In.
What seems to be the trouble? Are we feeling out of sorts? Hotel California.
I've been mad for fucking years.
I can hear what you're saying. When I was down, I had fever.
That's the part of this.
Your E's out. Check your G string, Howie.
Hey, that's it. We're in tune now. Right. Thank you very much. Good night.
Are we doing Hotel California?
No, I don't know. I haven't got a 12 string.
Oh,
Okay.
Hang on.
or free bed.
Free bird.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, no, I'm not.
If I leave here
Too late for Pink
tomorrow,
I'm too tired.
would you still remember me?
Ellie, what do you know that you can play straight off the top of your head?
Off the top of my head, I haven't been playing off the top of my head.
Yeah, but what do you know that everybody will know off the top of your head?
Free bed.
I just dance about the guitar.
What's in your bank? What's in your bank? What's your go-to?
Poor little queen here. That's about all I know.
Go on then.
Well, no, I'm not playing that. I'm not
I
playing
was
that.
getting fucking into it then. I think I love you.
Well,
BBB, I think I love.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thing,
Last thing I'm gonna do
Wow, thing. I think you moved me. If you knew Tennessee whiskey, we'd be all right here.
I can drink Tennessee whiskey, but I don't know.
Right then, guys, I've got to have to go because the miss is moaning.
It's all right. We're going to wind up here, anyways.
Right, that's it. Last one then.
Three and
Go on,
a
then.
bit hours.
Last one, Howie. Go on.
Go on.
Thank you. That's it. I'm doing
Yay, well done, Howie.
All right, good night.
Spot on, mate. Smile things. Wow.
I'll get you later.
Right, that's wicked, Howie. Mate, honestly, I wish I could pick a guitar up and
I'll tell you what.
tune it
Next
and
weekend,
able to
you with the
fucking play it.
acoustic, me with the Jackson. We'll get.
I'm absolutely knackered at the moment. I can't play at the moment. I'm just my head's out of
Mate,
it.
that was cool. That was cool as fuck. That was.
I'm only just getting over. See that finger there. I can only bend it that far. So when I'm going for the chords that are like down here, it's bloody painful, and it's a bit numb.
Just
as
do
well.
bar chords. Do it off bar chords.
Well, yeah, that's easy, but you know, but you don't get all the bar chords are okay, but you don't get all the tones as
Right.
you do with a. See, that's
all right.
you get to see there. You get to see there.
I'll show you the Lydian scales next week.
What?
Lydian scales.
Lydian scale.
Yeah, you got your standard scales.
Yeah.
And
Tonics or
you got your pentatonic scale. Your Lydian is sharp, flat, sharp,
Lydian.
flat,
I mean
sharp,
Lydian
flat.
scales.
Yeah, Lydian scales
Lydian
is sharp,
scale.
flat, sharp, flat, sharp, flat.
All right, I'll look forward to that. You get your Jackson out.
It's if you happen to follow a lot of like the Van Halen stuff, he does in pentatonic and Lydian scales. Yeah. I used to play years and years ago until I smashed my hands up.
I just played blues myself. I just played blues.
We'll do Tennessee whiskey next week.
Ellie's blew my mind tonight. I'd absolutely love to be able to just pick something up like a guitar again. Right, that's out of tune. Tune it and have a bit of a rocking.
It's just a shame that I couldn't do that.
Yeah, but you just have, mate. That's the thing, mate. You just pick the guitar up off your fucking back shelf and fucking rocked it.
Just do it. Right, we're gonna start winding up. She's whinging. It's 11:15. You've got to be at the work at 5 o'clock. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Right. Thanks to everybody that come in on the live stream. Everybody that's been in the side chat. Ali, Boo, blah blah, military, AB, Crafty Poncho, all the boys from earlier. Howie for staying on. Go and follow his channel. Howie702 on YouTube. Check this guy out, Peaky Biker. Go and give him a sub. Give him some money. Scotty's Little Soldiers. He's doing 2,300 miles or something?
4,300.
4,300 miles in 10 days. We're all going to be joining him on this one. We're gonna whack this through the roof and out the other side. Scotty's Little Soldiers. Whatever you guys are doing, everybody in the room, side chat, Piggy, Scotty's Little Soldiers there as well. Check that out. Go and check out Piggy Biker channel, Facebook, YouTube. He's all over the bloody place. Howie702 Motor Vlogs down the bottom. Check out Howie, myself, RB, and all the boys that have been in the side chat. Have yourself a good one, guys. As always, be well, ride safe. We'll see you over the weekend. And as always, it's a big goodbye from me. Take care, everybody. Have a good weekend.